I can't get the brim of this hat to look equal. But then who cares, right? Okay, let's get things started. We're shortly. Okay, let's wait for a few more people to show up. Okay. It's a live and a collab. Kay from Journey to Kay will be joining me shortly. I'm waiting for her to show up to let her presence be known in the chat. Hey, Ray Phoenix, great to see you. I'm waiting for Kay to make her presence known. I'm going to be sending her the link to the StreamYard so she can jump on. Maybe I'll send her. Hey, Hearts Love, great to see you. Great to have my mods here too. Great. Just one word to my mostly for my mods. A few of the live streams I've been watching. Hey, Rox, great to see you. Great to see you here. Sheldon, Hearts Love, Metamorphosis Rocks. I'm Mumsy Musings, Josephine, Ray Phoenix. Okay, great. It looks like we're going to have a full house. So I'm just waiting for Kay to make her presence known to us. I'm going to give her the link to the StreamYard, and she is going to jump on with me. Yeah. So she's going to jump on with me. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to direct message her on Twitter though. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to send it to her through Twitter. She just messaged me on Twitter. Kay just messaged me on Twitter. I'm going to message her the link to StreamYard. All right, Kay, if you're out there and you hear me, I just sent the link to the StreamYard to your private message on Twitter. All you have to do is jump on and I bring you in. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Yes, Joe is from the UK. Everybody else in this chat room except for Sheldon. Sheldon is here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Not far from me, and everybody else, of course, from the United States, my American friends, and it's great to have also somebody for Joe from the UK. Okay, let's see. Can't get to grips with these streaming apps. Yeah, I know. It's ever since YouTube did away with Hangouts on air for live streaming last August. We have to resort to things like StreamYard and or OBS or OBS Streamlabs. I can't figure out how to use OBS, and Streamlabs doesn't work on Mac. Go figure. It doesn't work on Mac, Streamlabs. And OBS, I know, it's like I downloaded it, and I'm not exactly tech savvy. Not exactly tech savvy at all. So, you know, it's like I got the OBS app, and it's like, okay, now what? What do I do? Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. All right. Okay, I don't see Kay yet. You received a message. I did receive a message. Sheldon, what are you telling me? Kay. I received a message. Hang on. There's Kay. We're going to add her on to the stream. Kay.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Kay. Hi, let's test the sound. Oh, hang on. The message? Hang on. There's Kay. We're going to add her on to the stream. Kay. Okay, Kay. Hi. Kill the sound on YouTube because of the delay.
Boom.
Better. It was the same thing. I used to work in.
Hold on. 1 second.
Okay, Kay. No, you muted your mic. Oh, no, don't mute your mic. Better.
1 second.
It's YouTube. Kill the sound on YouTube.
There we go.
Okay, I think it's okay. Took getting used to. Let's get used to around here.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Okay. Everybody listening, do you hear? Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Let me know, everybody. Can you see both Kay and myself? And can you hear Kay and myself? If there is an issue, please let us know now.
Yeah.
Or as they say at cheesy weddings, forever hold your peace.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
She's in her old 1960s retro hat. We're doing a retro react. I thought it's only fitting to wear a retro hat, you know.
I love the color. Purple's one of my favorite colors.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. Hang on. Yeah, you're frozen here. Uh-oh. Hang on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh, no.
I see you. They can't see me.
Okay. Okay. Metamorphosis Rock says she can hear both of us. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, my computer froze over here. I have a very ancient computer, and sometimes it just hates me. And like I said, I'm not tech savvy. So, folks, today, for those of you who don't know, this is Kay from a new mental health YouTube channel called Journey to Find Kay.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. You got to show her some love. Later in a pinned comment, I'm going to have her channel linked, so you can all go show her some love. So she mainly reacts to Rewired Soul videos. I don't know how you have the patience. Hey, kids, she actually read his blog. Okay.
A few of them, and I only put up that one, and I was just like, I can't. No.
So it looks a little stunned today. Oh no, it's frozen. Uh-oh. Sorry. Uh-oh. What's going on?
It's all good. You guys can still see me?
Can you all see and hear us still? All right. Okay. Yeah, my computer seems to be freezing every so often on this end. So, Kay, Kay is going to react with fresh eyes to an old video of one Ms. Nicole Arbour.
I've watched it 4 times. 4 times, just because, yes, like there was just so much.
I'd rather watch an Onision meltdown at this point.
I'm slowly catching up on him. I didn't know anything about him until everything. I was like, wow, he's been on this platform that long? That's ridiculous.
Shocking, isn't it? Shocking? So anyways, she's going to react to a retro, it's a retro react. It's almost 2 years old. It's the video, Why Depression is All in Your Head. But before we do that, Kay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself for viewers who are not familiar with you or your channel?
Yes. Hi, everybody. So Journey to Find Kay is my channel. Kay is my name. So I like to react to the Rewired Soul because most like everybody who started watching him, you thought he was good news. I thought I could relate to him because I work in mental health as well. I've been in the mental health field for almost 8 years, coming in March. I started similarly to him, well, from what I thought he did. I started in the substance abuse treatment centers, moved up into different levels of care, and now I'm currently a case manager at a mental health clinic. I'm also in recovery for myself for cocaine and alcohol. Recovery is in my family. My mom, she's been sober about 16 years. Because of her addictions, I was mainly raised by my grandparents. So like, I didn't really even know my mother. So when he gets online and he's talking about his mom and her addiction and him working in substance abuse and he's here to help everyone, I'm like, yes, we got more people talking. We're breaking this stigma. We need to, because every day I sit here and I watch my clients, the way their doctors treat them, the way they don't listen to them. If they know that they have like mental health concerns, they don't pay them any mind. It's more like, oh, that's what your issue is. So I have to sometimes just sit there like, hi, no, take her seriously. She really is in pain or whatever the case is. So when I'm looking at someone like And it makes me mad because it's like he doesn't understand when you put yourself out there as a mental health worker, as someone who's here to help people, people automatically give you this level of, you know what the hell you're talking about. Like, you're actually here to help us. And then he's just like, no, let me just throw out whatever I can so I can get these views, make this money, and call it a day. So
yeah.
That's why. So that's why I started my channel. I love working in mental health. Mental health was just something I got motivated by, just my own struggles. I'd been homeless. I was using. I had to get back on my feet. Like, I had lost my son for a second. Because I had things to take care of, because I don't have family supports out here because of my own dad's addictions and his drama. Yeah, and one of those where you're like, I can't talk to you because you're just going to make me go down and mess with my mental health. So working, or actually being in those situations and seeing the people that work in the actual like shelters and trying to get you back on your feet, and seeing that they actually care. Like, there are some people who actually are trying to help. That's what made me be like, I can do the same thing. I've been through some messed up shit. I want to turn around and say, guess what? You can get out of that messed up shit too. Sorry, I'm cursed.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, if I can't do any better, I mean, I'm working on it. You're talking to a chick who swears like he breathes. It's kind of like, I swear, therefore I am.
I do too. So I try to hold back and be as good.
Yeah, I know, because YouTube kind of frowns on it, you know, and it's like, it's gotten to a point. It's not just the swearing. There are a lot of words we can't say on YouTube anymore. It's gotten to a point where we're going to have to, whoever writes a new YouTube dictionary is probably going to make buckets of coin. Probably going to make buckets and buckets of coin. Yeah. So do you want to tell us, what is your line of work? I know you work in the mental health field. What is your job or job title, if you care to?
I'm a case manager. So what I do is I have a caseload of clients. They ask for assistance to try to make anything easier in their life. A lot of my clients are low income, so they are on Medicaid or Medicare, our health system out here, because I know you said there's a couple of people not in the US. So but they're usually very low income. Most of them might be on disability, aren't working. So I help them find resources in the community, different types of like groups, help them get food, get more stable, maybe get a job. Then I go to doctor's appointments as well, because just a few years ago, there's been a big push of, we need to take care of the whole body and not just the mind when working in mental health. So now the biggest thing is making sure people are going to doctor's appointments and that they're able to advocate for themselves there as well and get the help that they need. So I go with them to those. So I'm well versed in so many medical issues when it comes to like diabetes, and I've had clients with cancer, I've had clients with MS. Yes, and one reason I was drawn to you is because I've had clients with dementia or early onset Alzheimer's, and I came into that one live stream when you were talking about living with it and how you were frustrated, you would catch yourself getting frustrated. And I instantly went to my client where I sat there and watched her just break down in front of me crying, because she's like, I want to do things and I want to be able to just live, and I can't. I don't feel like anyone wants to help me. So that's the type of stuff that I do, trying to make sure my clients feel heard, that they're able to live comfortably, have a decent quality of life, even though they are low income, they might not have much money, all of that, might be dealing with substance abuse, whatever the case is.
Okay, cool. Cool. So as we can see, we have somebody very qualified here to, she's earned this right. We're going to give her something completely different to react to. I think she wants a break. Hell, she was reading his blogs. I'm going to get a freaking mind. I'm dyslexic. So reading a book that's well edited for me is problematic sometimes. So imagine, did you read, just a quick question, did you read this book, Cancel Culture?
No, I want to, but then I feel like that's just going to, I have other books I actually want to read and enjoy.
Sylvia Plath is more uplifting.
Something. I'm like, I have a big old book on my bed I'm staring at. I'm like, I could, but Just his blogs gave me a headache.
I believe you. I believe it.
I can't. And then the way he's trying to be hip and cool, but judgment, I can't do it. I was like, no, I don't know if I could do that again.
Look, I'm almost old enough to be his mother, okay? And I think, okay, and I never pretend to be cool. I always say I'm not cool and hip, but I think I'm cooler and hipper than he is. No matter what hat I'm wearing, no matter, yeah. Even with my
ears, he tried so hard. That's what we did, and I'd be like, just stop, just talk, sir. It's okay.
Okay, so let's look at the chat. Okay, let's look at the chat. What's happening? Let's greet everybody who is in. Okay, hello. My devoted mods, Hearts Love, and Sheldon. Sheldon is also my ex-partner, and he helps with my channel much of the time. And he debunked another Nicole Arbour video a long time ago for me. So let's give them a warm welcome, my mods, and also everybody else in the chat room. Mary, aka I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
Okay, Amy, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. It's great for you to stop by. Okay, who else is here? Metamorphosis Rocks. I believe this is the first time in in one of my lives. So welcome, Rocks.
Yes, hi, Rocks.
Great to have you here. Joe, I'm Mumsy Musing, Josephine KK. Ray Phoenix, my other mod. My other mod. Oh, we have a new one. Sherry Mitchell. Great to see you here. I believe this is your first time. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. And let's see if I missed any of you. It's not because I want to forget you. I really don't. It's just that my memory is crap, as you all know. I don't know. Is there anybody we missed? I think we covered everything. So let's see what everybody is saying. Yes, for those of you who are new here, we have some new, I just got some new subscribers recently, so I'd like to make mention and thank them. For those of you who are new, who are not yet subscribed, we are a social commentary / story time channel where we discuss a lot of mental health issues, but not exclusively, social issues of the day. So if you're into this kind of thing, I hope you can subscribe and hit that little ringy dingy thing, as Carol Burnett Ernestine, Lily Tomlin, an old Lily Tomlin thing. That little ringy dingy thing below, so you can be notified every time I go live, which is pretty much. I haven't been doing uploads lately. I still need a new video editor to do uploads, and unfortunately money is not going. Please give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's all engagement to me. And we are going to get into this reaction very shortly. Let's see what they're saying right now, because some people had some remarks. Mary, aka I'm sorry, what was that? It's okay if you show up late. It's okay. We know you have lives outside of YouTube.
Yes. Just happy to see you guys here. Hi.
And as mentioned, I leave up all my live streams just for that purpose. If you came in late, or if you have to drop out early, or you couldn't come at all. So let's see, what was that? Rocks. Rocks. What did you say, Rocks? She said she tried to read both of his books, and it's not easy reading. That's what Rocks said. Okay. On Mumsy Music, Josephine said, rabbit hole alert. Absolutely right. This is a rabbit hole alert. Yes, absolutely right. Okay. And again from Joe on Mumsy Musings, all I can hear Kay saying through his reaction is trash, trash, trash. Heart Love says, that's really awesome to share and speak about 100%. I agree completely. Thank you, Hearts. Okay, now Metamorphosis Rocks. I was thinking that when they changed the rule to no children channel, the words we used would not matter, but
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Well, my content is not for children.
No, not at all.
I don't want it to be for children.
Right?
Even though I did a review of Sesame Street's new character, but recently, but it was for adults. Even though it had colorful Muppets. Okay, everybody was decent. Don't worry. Okay. Everybody was decent. Okay. Hey, Joe. Love you too. All my faith peeps in here. Great, Mary. That's really important. We're all humans from Heart's Love. Mary once again says those blogs are so bad. Yeah. I can't even read one sentence. I keep thinking it's maybe my dyslexia, but
No, he writes horribly. That's just it.
Oh, Metamorphosis rocks. Another brave soul. She said, I started reading cancel culture. Then I noticed it was just a justification manifesto to take no accountability for what he did and continues to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very true. I'm coming to find that that's all it is. I'm okay, everything, I'm right, you're wrong. If that's how you feel, I don't care. You feel that way. I'm right because I'm right. Like, I know what I'm talking about.
Because I'm better than you.
Mm-hmm.
I am better. Pages of self-righteousness. Okay, Mary, I'm so thankful we have a Rewired Soul reaction channel. Thank you, Journey to Find Kay.
Thank you, Mary. And I'm working on a video, Mary, that you recommended.
All right. Well, we're going to look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest is everybody is making friends with each other, which is fabulous. I love it when people make friends. Like I said, other than one fellow Canadian, which is my ex, and one of my mods, Sheldon, and Joe on Mumsy Musings is from the UK. Everybody else is from the United States, I believe. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of new people, and I'm grateful. Wraith Phoenix says his grammar drives me nuts as well as his ego. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought my grammar sucked, but I'm dyslexic. What's your excuse? What's your bloody excuse, you know? It's like,
no, he'll just find a way to say that we're reading it wrong. It's our fault.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because we allowed ourselves to be manipulated by his writing.
Like, Woo.
So right now, today, we are going to be, like I said, we're going down another rabbit hole, as Joe pointed out. We are going to be reacting to a nearly 2-year-old video from one Nicole Arbour. To her credit, as much as it pains me to give her credit for anything, she at least does not pretend to be a mental health professional. Yeah. She does, however, pretend to be a comedian.
Yes. Was not laughing. Was not funny.
No. Nicole Arbour is about as funny as a colonoscopy administered by a plumber.
And that's really true. The entire time, just straight face, like, I see what you're trying to do, but that it's not working.
Yeah, so did her Dear Fat People video. Oh, she's had others too. Like I said, she doesn't like vegans. She tends to be racist. She thinks spanking children is okay, apparently. Everything you want. And she's a Canadian. And here's another thing. She's a Canadian too. Yeah. Do you want her, Kay?
No.
I can send her to you.
Honestly, if we never mind. I was going to say something else. We would train.
Hey, go out in the UK. Do you want her? Oh, yeah. Jeffrey Weinstein, another Montrealer. He's a friend of Sheldon and myself. Great to see you, Jeff.
Hi.
Jeffrey did a collab with Sheldon and myself because one thing about Sheldon and Jeffrey, both are on the autism spectrum, and they're both, one was diagnosed very late in his life, the other one diagnosed miraculously in his childhood because it was at a time when it was taboo and not known and didn't have the testing. Yeah. So I have them both on. I'll link to that in the that video in the pinned comment. It was a great stream with Jeffrey and Sheldon talking about their own experiences being on the autism spectrum. So I will link to that once we jump off this stream. So yeah, back to the Nicole. Okay, that's okay, Mary. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. We don't want you to get fired from your job either.
Yep, don't get in trouble.
No. YouTube is not. My crappy videos are not worth getting fired over. Okay, so there's one of those YouTube gurus, Roberto Blake. Okay, and he's good. I follow his advice a lot. And he did a video not long ago that says, I want you to make 100 crappy videos. This is another one. Just to let you know, I am 2 away from my first 100 videos on this channel. This is video number 99.
Nice.
Yes, I was hoping it would have been the 100 because we could have done something special. I don't know. Had one of those flavored coffees to celebrate the. But it's 99. And
That's so good. That's awesome.
yeah, thank you. So without further ado, we're going to bring up Nicole Arbour's video. I'm going to share the screen with all of you. Okay, if anything happens, because my computer's not cooperating.
Yeah.
Okay, it might take a minute or two, but I'm going to bring the video on the screen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And she's got a bad voice. All right. Okay, let me know when you want me to stop it, or do I stop after every sentence? How do you want to do this?
Oh man. I'll probably say like stop like that real quick.
Okay, because I won't be able to see you because right now I have to control the other screen, so I won't be able to see you. So you'll have to verbalize it to me.
Yep, I got you.
Okay, thanks. Mods, I won't be able to see those of you in the chat. I won't be able to respond to you right at this minute, but I will respond to all of you once I look at the chat. Mods, Wraith Phoenix, Sheldon, and Heartslove, just a word. A lot of the live streams I've been watching lately, the crazy trolls have been out in full force.
Oh, wow.
Please try to boot them out. Any inappropriate comments. There's a couple even claiming now Jewish conspiracy. Please get rid of those comments if they come on. Thank you. So without further ado, here's Nicole. As you can see, the blonde. She looks like she's having a light bulb moment. Okay. Yeah, she looks like she's having a light bulb moment. Okay, so here we go.
On her head. Oh no, I'm holding you accountable for your own feelings and for your own life. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Look at our lives. We have amazing technology. Grocery stores full of food and seats that heat up your butt in the winter. Hey. Or if you're a genius like me, you turn on the heat seat and keep your fast food warm. And yet we are the most depressed that humans have ever been in the history of the world. On her head. Depression is a chemical imbalance in your head. You can't just fix it, but you can. First, our brains are made of chemicals that are always changing balances. Sometimes when you have more of one chemical than another, then you can have depression symptoms. However, our brains are always changing, and we can change our brain. Yeah. Do something fun, get a nice hit of dopamine.
Real quick. This is where I had an issue because she's sitting here just sending misinformation. This entire video, she is confusing just being sad with depression, and that is very dangerous. Like, depression is real. It is something that people need to understand and take serious. It is not for everyone. It doesn't always equate a chemical imbalance, but you stating that, oh no, it's just in your head, that, oh. I'm sorry. Like,
don't apologize. No apologies here. We asked you here.
You're sending such a dangerous message because there are people who, especially because, like, I don't think I shared with you guys, but I had shared in one of my videos that I am bipolar. I am bipolar, which is a chemical imbalance. I can't fix it. I can't just sit here and tell myself it's all in my head and let me get on up and I'll feel better. Like, no, I've tried that. And what ended up happening is me becoming suicidal. So I can't stand the fact that she's sitting here swearing to goodness. If she just says, oh, it's all in your head, you could do these things and you'll feel better. That does not fit for everybody. That doesn't fit for a lot of people who especially understand their diagnoses. Major depressive disorder, guess what? That's still a chemical imbalance. Now, if you have a depression diagnosis, that is something that might be able to be fixed. You might be able to at least treat the symptoms a little bit better, but telling someone it's all in your head is very dangerous because that can have people just walking around here thinking, this is normal. I'm supposed to feel like crap all the time, and this is just my quality of life. And then you can understand why people go out here sadly and go hurt themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to move to the chat because they too already have opinions. Oh, very strong ones. So we're going to share those as well. Okay. Yes. Sheldon, what a piece of work. Yeah, I agreed with you here. Work spelled W-E-R-K. Race Phoenix, neurotransmitters. Exactly. Metamorphosis rocks. I remember watching this when it first came out and feeling more annoyed as it went on because she's talking as if she was saying is facts. Where is her psych degree? Well, Rocks, she doesn't have one.
Mm-mm.
No, she don't have one. Amy, I first attempted suicide at age 10. I'm 26 now and have several mental health problems. This lady, my goodness. Amy, I'm so sorry to hear about this.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm so sorry to hear about this. I hope this video where are you going to be, I hope you're good.
Then, yes, let us know.
You have better words than I do for Amy.
Just let us know if you're triggered or anything.
Yeah.
I'll try to not go too crazy.
Right, exactly. Sheldon, oh brother. Yep. Amy, it's always clear when someone has never experienced anything like it, what she's talking about. Joe, I'm Mumsy Musing. Nicole has the same psych qualifications as the Rewired Soul, aka none. Yep.
Exactly.
Sheldon, hugs to Amy. That's nice. Amy, I love this. This is why I love this community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcoming, warming, try to be there for each other.
Absolutely.
So awesome.
Absolutely. Hearts Love. Wow. Yeah, this is sad. Thanks for sharing, Amy. Hearts Love also says it's frustrating to hear about this stuff being put out there. Hugs.
Oh, good.
Amy says she's fine. She's just saying, okay, Amy says she's fine. She's just saying that Nicole has no idea. That exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Are we all ready to?
Yeah. That was great. Let's go.
Popcorn? What is popcorn? Is this well, no, I don't have popcorn, but these are popcorn chips.
Ooh.
Nah. Why not? Okay. Let's start it. Let's continue with this. I don't know, this masterpiece. I don't know.
To think of myself as a dopamine dealer. Being depressed isn't the same as being sad. It's a real thing. Oh, I know. It feels like a ton of bricks is your blanket. I know every single argument that people are going to throw at me about how depression is so hard and you can't just beat it and you can't just get over it. Maybe you enjoy being a victim. Or maybe
Oh, that.
doctors are talking about antidepressants.
Yes. We're not victims. We know, like, pushing stigma, pushing stereotypes, that's why we talk about it. We're trying to put it out there so people can understand. And then she's sitting here just totally negating all of that. Like, no, that is what people have always thought. If someone says they're depressed, oh, you're just lazy. You don't care. What's wrong with you? All you have to do is this. That is so just dismissive, and letting somebody know how you feel really doesn't matter. Because I don't feel that way. There's something wrong with you. Like, I can't. I'm no.
This is true.
And because we're claiming it, and that's where it's like, we're trying to, like I said, we always want to sit here and we want to normalize it because so many people are suffering with this. I don't like saying suffering, but I know there are people that might be suffering because they don't know where to turn and they're feeling crappy all this time. And to sit here and maybe just stumble across this video, feel like, oh, girl, what? Shut the hell up. Get up. We don't care. You're trying to play a victim. I can do it. You can too. And that's not the case for everybody. That's just not. And we're not victims because we want people to acknowledge and take our pain seriously, because being depressed hurts.
Yes, it does.
Like,
it does. One of my diagnoses is MDD, major depressive disorder. And I can attest, I go through periods like getting out of bed just to go to the kitchen can take up it can drain all my energy. It's literally that depression. It's not just the head, it's the whole body.
The whole body. And that's why it's so important. Like I was saying, in my work, we pay attention to that. I have to even educate my clients and let them know, like, hey, they deal with a lot of chronic illnesses, but they also suffer from depression. And then they're like, well, why don't my meds feel like they're working? Because they'll be on like narcotics or something like that. And I have to explain to them, your depression is making you feel 10 times worse right now. So just continue to take your meds the way you're supposed to. Keep handling business the way you're supposed to, because I know it hurts, but it eventually will get better. you'll get out of this fog, but it hurts. Like, you can't sit here and say, you're a victim. Why are you playing a victim? That shows me, like Amy said, it shows that you do not understand what true depression is. You might have had a depressive moment, maybe a bad time in your life, but to be really suffering from depression, you would not be able to fix your mouth and say that, oh, you're just playing a victim, because you would understand the pain that we are feeling when we're in that state.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think like it's high time that we viewed mental illness as a chronic disease like any other, like diabetes, like cancer, like, you know, I mean, some are more serious than others, obviously, but it's got to be treated like a chronic illness, you know, and that is going to be the first big step, because we need to make this hurdle, you know, because as it is, we're still, you know, and I mean more than just the frickin' memes, okay, that we see, like copying and pasting the National Suicide Hotline on social media. Or here in Canada, we have Bell Let's Talk Week, which is the last Thursday of January. Bell is a major corporate conglomerate. And yeah, they somehow managed to corporatize it, much like Burger King did with their unhappy meals. Yeah. So, but anyways, that's another video for another time, which I will be doing in January because it's due. But yeah, let's turn to the chat for a minute. Let's turn to the chat. Okay, hang on. Where did we leave off? Ray Phoenix says, I want to shove my abnormal psychology book in her face. Yeah?
She'd probably say it ain't, that's just, I can't. Like, because we'll get into it further where it's just like, again, just justifying. That Dear Fat People video, that's a good part right there too, where she's like, we're just trying to enable these people. Shut up. No.
That video, I got to say, that's the one time, because any of you who follow any fitness channels on YouTube and know Obese to Beast, John, for those of you briefly who don't know, Obese to Beast, John, that's the name of the host, the owner of the channel. He is a young man who was morbidly obese, who lost a lot of weight, and he shares his experiences with his weight loss journey, and he gives fitness tips, and he interviews people. And he is one of the few, because he stands out for me, because he has no ego. He's very mild-mannered. He's very even-keeled, right? And I remember watching his reaction to the Dear Fat People video, and he like losing his shit. I mean, for him, losing his shit anyway. And to make Obese to me Beast pissed off. Okay.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Anyways, so let's see what else is saying in the chat. Yeah, saying, oh hell no. Okay, Metamorphosis rocks. Amy, glad you are well now. I saw this when I was in the middle of depression, and it was not a good day. Now I can laugh at her ignorance. Depression is disabling. This is true. Yeah.
That's why we consider it it is a disability here. You can qualify for disability from having mental health. It like my client, like I was saying, I worked with seriously mentally ill clients who were receiving disability because of their mental illness being a disability. Like they wouldn't get that if that's not the case. It's not like her whole argument is just.
I know. Metamorphosis rocks. In a weird way, I'm happy for her because she doesn't know what real depression and mental health ailments are like. Yep. Yep, that's a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
On Mumsy Musings, Joe, depression can physically hurt. Yep, absolutely. Jeffrey Weinstein. Yes, Jeffrey. It is a disease of the nervous system caused by chemical imbalances in the brain. Metamorphosis rocks. Even two people with depression will experience it differently. Heck, I've had some that are worse than others. This is true. It's got, and it's like, and that's the way it's like with most chronic illnesses. I mean, for instance, you could be a diabetic. You could both have type 2 diabetes, but handling it won't be a cookie cutter same method. Some people will do well on a couple of doses of metformin pills per day. Others need shots.
Yep.
You know, they need
and others just eat better and they get healed. Like it's different, it's individualized. And I think that's one thing that people forget is that we are humans. We are all not this, we're not all the same. Like, yes, we might have the same type of genetic codes or whatever the case is, but we're not the same. We are very individual, and our symptoms and what diseases or what disorders we deal with, the way our body processes it is individual to each person. So what might look like someone, you'd be like, oh, they're depressed, but this one isn't. You don't know. You are not that person. You're not in that person's head.
No, exactly. I'm Mumsy Musings Joe. She is our one viewer from the UK. I believe Joe also works in the mental health field in her home back in the UK. So she can add stuff to it too. Okay, she says you can qualify in the UK for mental illnesses if it stops you from working or affects your ability to work. Okay. And Ray Phoenix says, I hope someone schooled her well, went in deep with the hard facts. Well, maybe they did, but it didn't get through her head. I was going to say something, but under the new YouTube terms and services, I could get my channel struck.
Not do that.
What?
They say, let's not do that.
Let's not do that. I've already got 2 copyright claims on my channel. Yeah. And one of them, I'm going to give you a laugh. It was a privated video because it was specific for a friend. I created a video for a friend. It was for his an employee appreciation week at his job. Mm-hmm. They were having a party, and they have a team. They even have a mascot, and they all had to, you know, they were asked to do certain presentations, you know, creative expression using the mascot, which was this doll. And so I created this. So I privated the video specifically for him and his employee group. It was not meant for my channel at all. Completely different from what I do on this channel anyway. So most of my audience and subscribers wouldn't care about it. And I used a song that he wanted me to use. And I thought, okay, the video's privated. Guess what? I got a copyright claim within 15 minutes of uploading it. And it was a private video.
Wow.
And of course, so I'm already, you know, and I already do bad things like swear, and I'm still not the new vocabulary. Yeah, you could, Hearts. It's true.
Oh, that's awesome, Mumsy.
Let's see what else. Like diabetes, some people can produce insulin, some can't. This is true. Joe also says, I've worked in mental health for years, currently working with young adults with low functioning autism and learning disabilities.
That's so awesome.
It's challenging.
I appreciate people that do that. Both of my sons are on the spectrum of autism. Mm-hmm. So I love everybody who works in special education, everything, because I see how much time it takes, and it's awesome. So good job. Thanks, Joe.
Okay. So is everybody ready to continue? It's Masterpiece Theater. I like a cigarette holder or a pipe, you know, and wear some tweed and come up with some phony, pretentious accent. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. The same way they're told to prescribe Ritalin to kids with ADD. We all know what I think about that. Antidepressants are not lifelong tools. They will never make you happy. When I was on antidepressants, I just felt like a robot who was now functioning versus the robot that was frozen. Antidepressants, please. It's still a tin man, just moving now.
Her edits make me
isn't feeling better. And I think there's something really scary about taking away people's ability to feel, which is what antidepressants do. And scientists have concluded after decades of studies that they have no idea. I know on some people.
I can't. The misinformation just talking about the antidepressants, like.
Well, it goes right to what we were just talking about, you know, like 2 people with depression can't be treated, just like 2 people with type 2 diabetes can't be treated the same way. You can't look at it as a cookie cutter.
You can't, and you can't expect medications to make you happy. They're to get you to a baseline. It's just to get you feeling semi-normal. It's not to make you turn around and be like, hey, everything's great. I'm just okay. Like, and that's how she tries to frame it, as if that's what we're supposed to think it is. No, it's just to get you feeling kind of out of the funk. It's not to push you all the way out. It's just so you're not so low.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, like for me, for instance, there was one year when I was still working, and I was working as a secretary for the Department of Youth Protection office. Okay, I'm not a social worker. I was assisting frontline social workers with administrative tasks, which I can't get into legally because even if I'm not there, I'm still legally bound by confidentiality.
Yes.
But this to say that, you know, sometimes between the job and with my own issues, I was going through a hard time and I was prescribed Xanax. And I knew it was not going to make me happy, but I needed it to get through a work day because I didn't want to take a sick leave. Like it was offered to me to take a sick leave, but I didn't have a family doctor at the time to follow through. And, you know, and walk-in clinic doctors, their mandates for signing people off work here in the province of Quebec is limited. It's only up to 2 weeks, some 10 days. If it's an ER doctor, it's 10 days maximum. That's the maximum. So anyways, I couldn't really take a sick leave. So we were going to try the Xanax to see. And it was not, I knew it, like, it was not to make me happy. It was to make sure I don't cry at my desk, you know, or I don't start trembling at my chair. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit light. There we go.
Yeah, metamorphosis. So let's look to the chat. Joe, antidepressants aren't there to make you happy. They're there to balance the chemical imbalance. This is true. Metamorphosis rocks. Completely incorrect about antidepressants. And Sheldon, Sheldon has a goodie for us. This blonde woman is out of the twilight zone. She is absolutely so off what she is saying. I really hope that people will see past this and not believe in what she's saying. Sheldon, just one word. You remember that video I showed you? Okay, this is the same girl who claimed she had an interview on the BBC last February, the one you caught as a fake. It's the same one. Okay. Ray Phoenix, antidepressants are not happy pills that help with they help with balance. Sheldon, she could lead very dangerous precedents. Other people who are depressed. Okay, it's okay, Wraith, if you can't type, it's all right. I can type like that too. Don't feel too bad. All right. Do you have any other remarks from this passage, or do we go on?
We can go on.
Go on. Okay. Why the heck not? Yeah, Sheldon remembers. All right, let's go on.
And not on other people. But the reason is, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Literally. You idiot. It's genetic. Nope. It was proven at Harvard that 10% of our long-term happiness has anything to do with external factors, such as genetics, how you were raised, or what's going on at work. By the way, I agree. Sally is such a bitch. She's got a bitch. And the other 90% of our happiness is accounted to how we process the world.
Oh.
You can pause it real quick.
Okay, go on, Kay.
I really, I did a quick search, and it's actually, studies are leaning towards genetics taking up 40% of depression. So she's already just throwing out the wrong information. Like, come on. I can't. She's so trash. Like, I can't. So trash.
I remember, okay, there was one thing, okay, that pie chart, you saw that her cute little pie chart there? Anybody could draw that pie chart. There's no source to it.
None whatsoever. And it doesn't make sense because she's saying, and that was something I wrote down, she's saying 10% is for external. That means outside. So how are you saying that that's from genetics? Or no, that would be internal to me anyway. So I felt like she was contradicting herself. You're saying 10% of it is external. So, genetics no, that would be probably your environment that's external, and 90% is internal. That means your brain, how you process things. Like, you literally sat here and switched those two words don't make any sense. External means outside. So that would mean your environment. That's the whole nature versus nurture kind of thing, where then the 90% would be your internal. That's your brain, your genetics, your biological factors. But she's sitting here, swear to goodness, switching it around, saying, oh no, external means your parents, your body. No, I can't. Like, and all just to try to fit her idea that it's in your head. That's just, I can't. No.
Yeah, must be nice to lead a charm like he does, huh? Yeah, but like I said, back to that cutesy little pie chart of hers. I mean, I could put together a pie chart very quickly myself and slap it on and say, this is the statistic, but there's no source.
None.
I looked in the description box. There was no link to such study. When I first, my second video on this channel was in the days when I was still Fedora hippies at the time when she released it. And one of the things to debunk her, I actually looked up a Harvard study, the Harvard School of Medicine.
I was trying to find it too.
It's linked in my video. My old video, if you want to see my old crappy editing stuff, I guess I've come a long way since then. That too will be linked in a pinned comment below once we jump off this stream. So, but yeah, it's like, it was not sourced, but I did look up, from the Harvard School of Medicine, let's compare apples to apples, right? And it said no such thing of what she was saying. No such thing. I can have the link to that Harvard School of Medicine as well in the pinned comment. I will have that there for your perusal if you care to read some sciencey stuff.
What is that? 450,000 people have watched this, and how many?
More than that.
Yeah, like, oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go on because we have, okay, let's go.
Science proves it. Nobody is happy all the time, but it really is up to us if we're happy most of the time. Depression is real, but it's also really beatable. And we need to start advertising that more than the fact that it's a disease. Yeah, here are my 4 steps on how to defeat depression.
Oh, 4 steps!
Pfizer and Big Pharma, they don't want you to know this stuff. So if you could, so I don't get assassinated. Dodging Pfizer bullets like, thanks. Step 1, you gotta go inside and figure out, what haven't I processed that's doing this? You're in a job you hate, surrounded by people you don't like. You're with a partner that you know isn't good for you. Your friends are a bunch of dicks. You're depressed because you stopped listening to them. Go back to The Voice. Not the show on NBC, although it's amazing. I just want to be in that spinny chair like just once.
Talk to the hand.
Ping. Oh, look, it's Adam. We will fight to the death.
Challenge accepted.
You got this. I felt more depressed when I tried to be like other people and tried to fit in with other people at the club, standing against the walls. Just like, why is it popular to act like you're not having fun?
Okay, I just got nauseous when I saw this is what I mean. Her edits drive me nuts. Okay, that green quick thing. Anybody who has a seizure disorder, I apologize. I've forgotten about that one. Anybody in the chat with it or watching this with a seizure disorder, I apologize.
Yeah.
All right, she's gonna have her 4 steps very soon.
This is step number 1. Then we'll like wrap it all up after her 4 steps. Like,
there we go.
Fine. That is ridiculous. Keep it real. Step 2, positive habits. Science confirms that these following things will help you defeat, treat, and get out of depression. Exercise. Go to the gym, go to a dance class, get out walking, just keep it moving. I swear you will feel happier. Hey, compliment people. You automatically feel good when you see their reaction of feeling good. It is a wonderful drug that you should use all the time. You can't OD on it, and it's free.
Like, some good pointers, but there's still problems in it. She's giving good pointers. These are things that I tell my clients too. Like, if you're able to, I take into account some people don't have high mobility. So just saying, get your butt up and get out, that doesn't always work. And it is easier said than done. But if you are able to get up and get some type of exercise, walking, good point. What else did she say? Crap, I wrote it down. Look at my memory. I'm just like, good points. But it's all hidden under bad things. The compliments, yes, that does help too. But again, that doesn't mean that person's able to leave the house. Sometimes we just can't get up. What if the person's disabled? They have low mobility. It doesn't apply to everyone. And it's not a quick fix. It's not something like she said, and treat and beat. Like, no, it can help you feel better. It can help get some of those endorphins in the brain moving, but it's not going to fix everything. But it's a good tip. I do tell people to do it as well.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Are we ready? Okay. Because it gets funnier.
Cheer. Every day I like to cheer for someone. Send them a Facebook message. Just do something that I know is going to make somebody else happy. And it instantly makes me happy. So secretly, it's really selfish. I don't care. You have to cut out the bad stuff. Keep it real. When I made the decision to not be depressed anymore, which, by the way, it's a decision. I had to cut out a lot of shit. All the people who complain constantly. Don't get me wrong, I have gone on complainathons. Such a bitch. When you are in pain, it feels good to complain. But when you're in pain, complain equals more pain. It doesn't. When you're depressed,
Yeah. No, I call that advocating. When you're in pain and you're letting someone know that you're in pain, that's advocating for yourself, asking for help. Like it's not trying to, it makes you feel more pain. No, actually, if I'm conveying to you I'm in pain and I need some assistance, you helping me get out of pain is actually a win-win situation. I'm not going to sit here and suffer in silence just because you swear to goodness that's making me feel, I just want to be depressed. It makes me feel good to be depressed. Like, no, that's problematic to the,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Problematic.
Yeah, it is problematic. We're going to go. Yeah, exactly. We're going to go to the chat here. Again, Jeffrey, if you are chemically imbalanced, you do not process the world and life events like everyone else. She probably never knew anyone who is suicidal or committed suicide. Wraith Phoenix says very true. Okay, Hearts Love, thanks for suggesting that people subscribe to all our channels, not just Kay and myself, but also Joe and Mumsy Musings, as well as Metamorphosis Rocks. Okay, now Sheldon. Sheldon, her edits are giving me a headache, not to mention her voice can split hairs on my head, which is considered almost extinct. Sheldon. Oh, well, good point. Shocked. From Hearts Love, Mumsy Musings, Joe. Exercise boosts the endorphins, which is good, is an aid to helping with recovery. If you
not a cure, exactly.
But it's not a cure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, just to interrupt for a second, for those who are interested, I'm not monetized here. For those who are interested, I have a PayPal. If you wish to support this channel, but no pressure, there is a PayPal link in the description box. Just putting it out there. I will always continue to put out free content because it's my pleasure to do so. Whatever I raise will be reinvested back into this channel, starting with a new film editor, which I need. Sorry about that. And that is my obnoxious e-begging for today. So, that is
Closed mouth don't get fed. That's what I was always taught.
What?
Closed mouth doesn't get fed.
This is true. This is my obnoxious e-begging for right now. Hearts Love, if you're still around, if you please put if anybody's interested, please put the PayPal in the chat. Thank you, Hearts Love. Great. Now let's continue. Masterpiece Theater. I'm not drinking beer. It's ginger ale. Yeah.
News is like fucking crack. You can't get enough of that ish. Someone's talking trash about other people. Ooh, when you're depressed, it feels good to talk trash about other people. You're like, I want you to get down to my level right now. No, it is impossible to watch the news and horror movies and CSI and people being raped and tortured and in pain and be happy yourself. Stop eating garbage. Pay attention to the way you actually feel after watching those shows. I guarantee you're going to feel more anxiety and depressed and maybe even have a hard time sleeping. Garbage. You can't consume garbage and expect to be healthy. I just pictured us to go to Gretchen and made me happy. He's such a grumpy old dick. Garbage. Step 3. Find something to be excited about. Going on a vacation, meeting up with friends, because that is fantastic. It's proven that the more social we are and the more connected, like really connected to people we are, which goes back to keeping it real, depression levels automatically decrease. Getting excited also has to do with gratitude. 3 things you're thankful for every day. I swear it will change your life.
Okay. You look speechless. You look speechless, Gay.
Because it's like these are tips that you can give someone to try to help, but it's not something to cure anything. And it cuts out so many people and so many different factors. There are people, go out and like me personally, for me, I do tend to isolate when I am depressed. So trying to tell me to go out and meet people, I don't want to hear you tell me to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to be in my bed because that's not motivating. That's not something that's what I needed to do. I was supposed to just go hang out with people. Thanks. Now I feel so much better. Like, no. Can it help? for some people, yes, but then you have to think of people who are extroverts or introverts. They don't really want to go hang out with people like that. What if you suffer from social anxiety like I do? Telling me to go and hang out with people to feel better, it'll make me feel get me out of my depression, is actually making me feel worse, because now I'm thinking everybody's judging me and I'm all, yeah. Like, no, it's not. This is not a cure-all. She's trying to market this video as a cure-all for people. Like, here, this is all you need to do and things are going to be great. But again, like I said before, it's dangerous. That is dangerous thinking. That is pushing still gangs of stigma, that it's all in your head, that we shouldn't take you seriously, because if I was able to do this, you could too. Like, I can't stand that pick yourself up by the bootstraps mentality where it's like, oh, well, I was fine. What's wrong with you? Like, no, that.
Oh shoot! Hang on a second. I got a cigarette ash in my under my glasses. Okay, hang on. Okay, go on talking while
You're fine. It's just so frustrating, because I just think of the people out there that don't know better. Not everyone understands. Not everyone is educated. Some people might see this video for the first time thinking, hey, yeah, she's actually going to tell me something good, something that might be able to help me, the same way we talk about Chris. Oh, he's going to tell me something that'll make me feel good. I wanted to hear this. This is what I needed to hear. And now you walk away thinking, dang, I'm a shitty person because I haven't gone outside more. I don't get up and exercise every day. That's why I'm depressed and feel like shit. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. And that's not,
yeah.
So dangerous.
Well, I also have social anxiety disorder, and as such, I hardly leave my home as it is. And I did a video about that a while back, which I will link that one too in a pinned comment. It was about why I rarely leave my home. It's not that easy. And one of the things I find, especially in a group, and I don't function well in groups at all. And what I find in a group is I often feel more lonely and more lonely than if I were alone at home. You know, I know, loneliness is it is a major problem with those with mental illness and other chronic illnesses too. So, we can't always leave home or socialize. Like I said, I always, more often than not, and then I feel anxious about fitting in, and I don't fit in. And, I just
take into account for the people who have low mobility. I have clients in wheelchairs. I have clients who can't leave the house because maybe they're on some type of medication where they can't drive, or so they're sitting there. They have no choice but to be by themselves. So you telling them, oh, just get up and get out. They don't have a car. How? They don't have someone to come pick them up. They don't have this or that. So what you're doing is giving them moot information because they can't do anything about it now. So now they feel shitty because, oh, well, I can't do that. So I'm just going to be stuck and be unhappy for the rest of my life. When in all actuality, guess what? There's other things that you can do. Maybe take some medication, see about some therapy. You could do in-home therapy. That's one thing we offer, like different ways to kind of help treat that so that you're not feeling so like, oh, because I couldn't do what she said is necessary for me to feel better, I'm just going to live like this horribly for the rest of my life. Like, no.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and then she says, take a trip, take a vacation. And that's like, once again, as you pointed out,
privilege.
Most of your clients, see, this goes to show how out of touch with reality is. And as you pointed out, and it's nothing new what you pointed out, that like most of your clientele are poor. Okay, they can barely get out to go to the store to get groceries, let alone take a freaking vacation.
Exactly.
It's like it's outside the realm of possibility in their own in their real lives. It's not there. They're living on some kind SSI, I think you call it in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
We have more disabilities too, depending on the province in Canada.
Yep.
So let's go to the chat for a bit. Okay, let's go to the chat. Joe says, sometimes I just want to stay home, have a duvet day. Other days, I'm happy to go socialize. Both help me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fabulous. You see, this is an example. Sometimes, she can, and sometimes she can't.
Mm-hmm.
Heartslove says, right, if I can go out and socialize with my small group of friends, it makes me happy. But it's not a cure-all. Same with gratitude. It does help me, but not a cure-all. And here, hang on, Joe. I went away for a long weekend on my own as I needed my time. Didn't want to socialize. I sat by the pool, read a book, re-energizing, and allowed me to hide from life.
Yes. Because sometimes isolating is good. Like, if you do it for a long time, it can be bad. But sometimes just going off by yourself is a good thing. Just, it doesn't help for everyone to go out to a group or go see people. Like Joe said, going by yourself, relaxing, reading a book, just yourself. That's self-care. That's, I just.
All righty. Are we ready for Masterpiece Theater? We're done with our commercial break.
Just right I'm thankful for this phone, except for when Apple puts out a new phone and this phone will suddenly not work. Odd timing, Apple. Oh, you admitted to it now. We're not upset about that anymore. I'm also thankful for my sparkly nails and the Asian ladies who do them. And I know secretly make fun of me. I'm not sure I'm good at this, but I'm trying. And step 4, make the decision that you are no longer depressed. The doctor can't fix you. You have to fix you. You are 90% of that treatment. You can fix you. I fixed me. I took steps every single day, like someone training for a marathon to get better. And then I did. Stop telling people that you're depressed. No, you're not. You're better every day. Hey, you got this. All in your head. All in your head. Holy fuck. Bunch of dicks. Thanks for watching. My name is Nicole Arbour.
Okay, we don't need her outro, do we? Do we need her this outro? No. Okay, I apologize to those who got a headache from all those edits and those with seizure disorders and all that lovely stuff. All right, Kay, take it away.
She said, I made a decision. Like, okay, yes, taking care of your mental health can be a decision if you have the resources, if you're that's one thing I always tell people, if you have the resources, yes, if you feel like you need that help, make the decision. It is a decision to take care of your mental health, but it's not to make a decision that I'm not depressed anymore. Your doctor can help you. Telling people your doctor can't fix you, that's dissuading people to go see and seek help. No, take your butt to your doctor, go get checked out. If you need medications, take your medications. If you don't, you just need therapy. Do whatever treatment works for you. This is her treatment. No, that's dangerous. That's the wrong people see that. And I've seen it too many times where it's like, they rather live with it because they feel like this is just the way it's supposed to be. This is just how my life is how I'm supposed to live my life. And it's not. People deserve a decent quality of life. And telling someone that, oh, because your mental illness, which is mental, is all in your head. It is, ma'am. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain. Thank you for sharing this with me. I understand. But the way she's trying to do it, it's like if I knew, like, oh my gosh, like, oh, the anger. Like, yeah. And it's like Metamorphosis Rock said, I'm so happy that she, like, in my heart, I am happy that she doesn't understand, that she hasn't felt this way, that she was able to just pick herself up and say, I'm not going to be sad anymore, and is unable to be sad. I'm glad you're not sad. I don't really think you were depressed, but who am I? I'm not you. I can't diagnose you, whatever the case is. But I'm glad you were able to get better. I'm glad you feel that your depression is cured, but that's not everyone. You can't sit here and share your experience and swear to goodness that's going to fit for everybody. There might be people that can understand what you're talking about, but a lot of us don't. We don't understand what you're talking about. And you pushing your narrative on what we should be feeling and how our own mental illness should be going is ridiculous.
Exactly. I mean, yes, like it's like the Rewired Soul claiming he cured his own BPD. You remember that day? You reacted to that, didn't you, Kay?
No, but that's going to be coming up soon in a video.
Yeah, himself with BPD and claimed he cured it.
Like, you know what you're doing. Like, that whole thing made me so mad because you sat here. That's like, and I'm not gonna lie, there was like maybe a year I really did self-diagnose myself with borderline personality because I was always just looking at learning about the different diagnoses. And I was looking at the criteria and I was having I was a mess. And I'm like, oh, I could fit this. And then I did like he did, had a therapist friend who said, well, yeah, you could be, borderline. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, borderline. And then turn around, no, I'm bipolar. And then come to find out borderline can fit so many different diagnoses. So I was running around here thinking that was my life when in all actuality, I was hurting myself because I'm depressed. Don't understand, why is my depression so long? Why am I feeling this way if I'm just borderline? So I guess maybe I healed myself too when I got a correct diagnosis from a psychiatrist. Like,
I know. Let's turn to the chat for a second. Okay, Joe, you can decide to seek help. Wait a minute, Jeffrey Weinstein. Let's go up a bit. Okay. Okay, Joe says you can't suddenly switch out of depression. It doesn't work like that. This is true. And Jeffrey Weinstein, he says, who told her she was cured besides herself?
Who told her she was depressed? That's what I want to know too. Did you really go somewhere, or did you just self-diagnose yourself as depressed? Which is what it sounds like to me with her dang on.
Thanks, Hearts Love. She says to us, this is for both of us, Kay. She says, you two make a good match for a collab. And you are getting in a good rhythm. Thank you.
Thank you. She's easy. Like, it's fun because I was nervous, ain't gonna lie. Like, sit here talking to y'all.
Like, I was terrified at my first live, too. Get the hang of it. All righty. Thank you. Thanks, Hearts Love. Thanks, Amy. Amy agrees with her. Thanks, Amy. Okay, Joe, on Mumsy Musings. You can decide to seek help. You can decide to take meds, but you can't decide to be depressed one day and cured the next. No, this is true. Exactly. And this is what people like Ms. Nicole Arbour, the comedian, and the Rewired Soul, the what? If he's got rewired soldiers, I know you can't say that word.
I can't.
I'm going to say it 3 times. Kick your heels and say it 3 times. Think of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz saying, "There's no place like home."
The soldiers. I can't.
So that makes him the frickin' general, doesn't it?
And then he really tries to set, like, he's so manipulative. But we're not talking about him today.
Okay. He's getting sidetracked, okay? With my bad jokes. Unlike Nicole Arbour, I don't even pretend to be a comedian. I'm not funny. I'm not funny. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Metamorphosis Rock says, there are times when I feel the low coming and I can stop myself from getting low, but that's not a decision. Yeah. It's a series of steps I purposely take and it doesn't work all the time. Yeah. Well, that sounds fair, Rocks. That sounds fair.
I'm the same way too, Rox. There's times where I can feel when I'm going down and I'm just like, okay, what can I do to kind of combat that? But like you said, it doesn't work all the time. There's times where I'm already in it and didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Yeah. And I think that's like that with many of us with mental health issues. We don't know what hit us, you know. Mm-hmm. It hits us all of a sudden like 2 Mack trucks. Mm-hmm. And we don't know. And that's the thing. You're like, yeah, exactly. So Joe says she did put out a vid a while back and about the Rewired Soul and his alleged BPD. You know what, Joe? If you can find that video with the link, can you send it in a DM on Twitter to me, and I will link that video to in a pinned comment. I would muchly appreciate it. Okay, a lot of mental health conditions, symptoms cross over. So when you don't understand that or have no medical background, you will always misdiagnose when self-diagnosed.
Mm-hmm. Like jumping on WebMD or Google and all of a sudden you have cancer. Like,
who believes WebMD?
Man, I hope nobody does that anymore, but
yeah, I know, it's the thing. Wait, Heart's Love. Wait, how did I hear that? The Rewired Soldiers. That's wild. Yes, it's so wild that Katie has trouble saying it. Come on, Kay. This is a game of truth or dare now. Click your heels. Think Dorothy of the Wizard of Oz saying there's no place like home.
Yes, he said, oh, man.
Woo. You can do it.
Like he says it with confidence. Like, oh, man.
Yes. So back to old little Miss Nicole Arbour.
Yes.
Music was driving me nuts too. Everything about it was driving me nuts. Oh God.
She tried to make it snappy, edity, like that don't fit for you. Stop.
All her videos are edited like that. All of them are edited like that. It's like if you have a seizure disorder, don't watch.
Yeah. Good luck.
You know, or if you get migraines with aura, don't watch. If you have a trouble with your eyesight somehow, take the glasses off. Yes, it's better for me to watch without my glasses. I can't see the bloody screen without them. But yeah, thanks, Joe. If you can just send it to me in a DM on Twitter, I'll be happy to put it in the pinned comment. So yeah, so it's like, oh, what the hell is she doing? You said you caught Dear Fat People. You caught Dear Fat People. What did you think? Because you did cover weight loss for a bit before you decided to stop.
As I'm currently in a journey, so I was over 300. I think my highest was about 350, and I'm now in the low 200s. Thank goodness. Hard because your medications, man, that was something that was hard for me to learn. Was when my doctor put me on the Seroquel, he warned me. He said, "Oh, it could help you gain weight." And I'm sitting here thinking, "No, I'm good. I'm trying to lose weight. I can handle this." Then turn around, gain 30 pounds. So I'm like, okay, yeah, so bad. So I go to her video, and all I see is just her talking crap about fat people, and it makes me mad, especially when we're now in this day and age where it seems like people don't really understand what fat positivity means when we're talking about body positivity. I think a lot of times people think they say, "Oh, you're just glorifying, we're just enabling these people." First off, is that your body? Are you the one that has to walk around, if what you say, overweight? Is it you? If it's not you, why does it matter? It's not your body to try to regulate. We are our own people. So she's sitting here the entire time talking about her being in the airport. She was mad because it just was she was just mad. That's just all it was. She didn't get treated special because she feels probably she's pretty or something. I don't know. But she was more so just upset because how can these big fat people get treated with respect at an airport when I'm standing here waiting in line? That's the way I at least took it.
That's how I took it too, and I think that's how most of us took it. I mean, it's like what I said before, if you manage to get an even keeled dude like Obese to Beast, you manage to get him pissed off and losing his shit in a reaction video, there's a freaking problem.
It was so bad. I felt, and I could just imagine the people that sat next to her, if they probably felt uncomfortable. She probably didn't make, you know what I mean? You probably sat there and looked at him a certain type of way. Well, at least just speaking from my own experience, when I was the size that I was not happy. I was very awkward. I wasn't comfortable in my body. I felt like everybody was always staring at me. And this is just my experience. And for her to sit here and get on a video and just kind of confirm, yep, this is what people think about you guys when we see you in public, how is that okay? We are still people. Just because we have more chunk on us than you do doesn't mean that does not invalidate us as people. And that's what was my issue. Oh, we're enabling you. Quit eating so much. What?
See, I became more in the acceptance mode, and I'll give briefly. I'm going to do a video about that, but I do have a few videos that hinted at it. Well, I won't be pinning those in the comments because I already have too much to pin already. But what happened to me is as many of you here know, and you new people, I am 20 years in recovery from a speed and cocaine addiction. And thank you. And these are both drugs that tend to speed up your metabolism, especially the speed. Okay. It's an amphetamine, basically. So it speeds up your metabolism. So what's happening basically is, and in my case anyway, and in a lot of people, it's not everybody again, but in my case, and a lot of people, what it did was I wasn't eating because you're not hungry and you're raring to go. You have all kinds of energy. You can take control of the world and not have any form of nutrition, or so you think. But that's how I felt, And so, and if I was eating something, if you're eating something, your metabolism, because those drugs speed up the metabolism, So I was told when I got off once and for all, because I started gaining some weight, and apparently it's normal. Even if it's opioids, heroin, alcohol, it's normal for a lot of people to gain when getting off, especially, you know. And but in a case if you're taking drugs that literally speed up your metabolism, they cut your appetite. And I think meth is another such drug that does the same.
Mm-hmm. We call it the meth is speed down here. Well, at least we usually know it.
Okay, yeah, methamphetamine, crystal meth, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's put it this way. I had some idiot. It was actually one of Nicole Arbour stands. He told me on Twitter, "You live an hour away from me. Why don't you come on down to Cornwall, Ontario, next province over? Why don't you come on down? We'll smoke some meth and I'll melt all that fat off you." I thought this was disturbing. I thought, okay. Whether he knows I'm in recovery or not is immaterial here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking to myself, okay, so is he suggesting it's better for me to be in active addiction than to be fat? I thought this is bad because like I've noticed in the research and in my own observations, overweight women particularly are stigmatized. It's like we committed a huge sin, you know?
Yep, you're not sexy no more. You don't look good any longer. You're not attractive to men, which is a whole nother misogynistic patriarchal agenda that we could go off on. But like
another time. But I want to bring up that tweet. And it's another reason that reaffirms my position on this subject. But like I said, you know, but then after I turned 40, I started gaining more and more. And I didn't have a family doctor at the time to follow me. And finally, when I had learned also that I was starting to hit perimenopause, so that was hitting on. Plus, I was taking a number of SSRIs at the time to function at work. And like I was on Prozac, and that made me balloon even further.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally learned a couple of years ago when I did get my family doctor, who is awesome. He sent me for a whole battery of tests, and it turns out I have hypothyroidism, and it was advanced. So double whammy, you know, perimenopause, recovering from coke and speed, and hypothyroidism and SSRI use. Take your freaking pick, you know.
That is something I did notice too when I was working in the treatment centers. A lot of my clients who used stimulants, you know, the uppers for their drug of choice, they would be on a lot of thyroid. They would end up on thyroid medication, and they hated coming into treatment because you do gain, but they didn't realize the damage that they were doing to their body as well while they were in their addiction.
Yep. Joe is leaving us. Okay, Joe, have a great evening. Oh yeah, it's nighttime for you in the UK. Is
it?
She's in the UK.
Oh, well, good night.
Good night to Joe, and thanks. I would appreciate that link, and I'll link it in the pinned comments. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back, Joe. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I'm very interactive with my chat. So anyway, back to what I was saying, you know, so it's like I knew something was bizarre after I had turned 40. My lifestyle never changed. I've been a vegetarian for over 20 years. I went to work every day. I take public transit because I don't drive. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing my one good deed for Montreal society. One less bad driver on the road. I'm doing my good deed for society. You know, I was walking everywhere, taking public transit. I was working a 35-hour week, or 40 if you know, whatever. But I was working. Plus, I served on the executive of my union, so that took extra time too.
You're busy, yeah.
Yeah, I served time on, you know, well, serve time, that means prison, and union is far from a prison. I enjoy union work. What I miss is union work, but it's. You know, so that's how I did. And then I started doing research because often we're left to our own devices. No, I don't research on WebMD. No, I actually look up sciencey things.
Yes.
I had learned there are plenty of disorders because I also have a friend who has Cushing syndrome. Are you familiar with Cushing's?
No, I've heard it.
Okay, that's one of the more problematic ones. It's usually caused either by extensive steroid use because they were taking it prescribed like prednisone.
Oh, yes.
I have a respiratory or arthritis. You have to do steroids, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can also be caused by a brain tumor, usually a tumor in the pituitary gland, which is located at the brainstem. In my friend's case, she had a tumor. Tumor. She had 2 operations to remove the tumor. It was not successful. And one of the symptoms is it raises blood cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. and it increases belly fat. You know, it does increase belly fat. And there's a particular shape and build to those with Cushing's. They have tiny limbs. And then they have a large upper and that kind of large move.
That's my client. I had a client like that. Because she has lupus. So they give her prednisone for lupus, and she's been on prednisone for years. And that's right. See, look at you reminding me of stuff. I do. And she looks like her legs are little.
Yeah,
arms are little, and her body is so dependent on the prednisone now to where it's like she has to have it, or her diabetes goes out of check.
Yep.
Her lupus flares up.
That's a symptom. The diabetes symptoms is also part and parcel. It's a symptom of Cushing's. I learned a lot about Cushing's through my friend. You know,
wow.
Yeah,
so bad for her.
Well, right now, like after the two operations for the brain tumor didn't correct, they removed her adrenal glands entirely. So now that turned into Addison's. So she doesn't, you know, so she has to take the synthetic cortisol. And she's also left with a disorder called gastroparesis, which is also common from these like diabetes, like a lot of cancer patients, because the chemo fucks up with your stomach. It means that gastroparesis, it means nothing moves, right? So and anyways, but she was still overweight. She only started to lose weight when she decided to go vegan. Like I said, this is anecdotal, it's not scientific, but it seems to have helped her. And it's also, she's getting less hospitalizations. So what helped her, you know? But back to what I was saying, you know, I mean, I don't have Cushing's, obviously, but I had a disorder. So then I found there were a whole list of disorders. There's another one, like where Joe is from in the UK, which is a rare disorder, but it's a common one a common cause amongst genetic causes of childhood obesity, mostly in the UK than here in North America. It's called Prader-Willi syndrome. But I'm not going to get into that right now, but I'm just giving you an idea. There are disorders, you know, and there are things. And this whole meme, eat less, move more, it's not that simple, because if it were, we'd all be freaking skinny.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, so for her, back to her, dear fat people, you know, it's like, what's, you know,
the most generic exercise information that you could give somebody. And it was like, I'm trying to help you while I bash fat people. That's what that was like.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's like, it doesn't work. You know, so that's how I became I'm not part of any movement. I'm a lone wolf. Then I like it that way, because I don't have to follow any memes. I don't have to follow. I think for myself. I think out of the box. I think outside my hat. And so that's what it is. And the other thing people don't take into consideration is a lot of people who are morbidly obese or overweight also have, you guessed it, mental illness attached.
Yes.
You guessed it.
Addiction. Food addiction.
Yeah, that's one of them. And they have others, you know, depression, anxiety, all that other stuff tied into it. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't feel like going down other rabbit holes today. Kay knows who I'm talking about. Many of you in the chat know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to crawl down that rabbit hole.
But that is something that needs to be taken in, because even the second, if I don't pay attention to my own, like when I'm depressed, I'm eating everything. That's what also didn't help either. Like I'm sitting here like, oh, why am I gaining weight? Well, because I'm depressed. I went and ate ice cream, and I ate this, and I ate that, and I ate that, and I ate that because I want to feel better. And it makes, food is addictive. Food is like drugs for some. I know it's for me. Like if I lose control, I'm gonna lose control. So you can't sit here and just bash everyone thinking, oh, you're just lazy. There's so many different things behind it that you can't make these generalized statements and swear to goodness that we're enabling people. It's like the things they say about fat people. And that's where it's like, I need like all these little like niches. They all need to kind of come together, because what they say, what people say about like fat people or mental health people, it all ties together. It all comes into invalidating people if they don't fit what they consider normal or what somebody should look like, what they find attractive, all of that. And it's so annoying.
Exactly. Yeah. So back to Miss Nikki, Blonde. Oh, I shouldn't say that because I could. New YouTube terms of service. So, you know, I'm probably getting the next question I'm going to ask. I'm probably comparing apples to oranges, but let's do this for shits and giggles. Okay. Rewired Soul versus Nicole Arbour's Depression is all in your head video. Can you do a contrast comparison between the two?
Who I think is worse?
But I thought,
like on who I think is worse, or
who is more problematic? Who is Chris? Yeah.
Chris is more problematic because he uses his experience. He uses his so-called education. With her, she's not saying like, oh, I'm an expert. I work in this field. I know this. I am this. She's just giving out off of her experience. As trash as it is, I can't hold her too high up there because what are your qualifications? None. Chris hopped on the platform and said from day one, I worked in substance abuse treatment. I am in recovery. I'm all about mental health. His whole intro is about trying to find a solution and like he came and that's where I get mad at him too, because the second you sit here and you let people understand that you have some type of like a deeper understanding than the regular person, you have a responsibility to make sure that you are doing things correctly, you're educating correctly, you're not treating people, you're not manipulating them to fit your narrative. It's dangerous to play with people's mental health, especially when it's he doesn't get that it's pushing what he wants you to believe. Oh, everybody to him, if you did something that's undesirable, you must be on drugs. Like, you can't put that on everybody. You can't put that, oh, this is why, oh, you're acting this, like the way he does borderline personality disorder, that makes me so mad. He's like obsessed with it. I really feel like he's semi-obsessed because if you act a certain type of way, that's what you have. That's dangerous. And you're using I have mental health experience. I've done this and that as a way of saying, I know what I'm talking about. You need to listen to me. This is what's going to really help you. Like, no, he is way more dangerous.
Oh, definitely. Sheldon, thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. He has to depart. Sheldon has to depart. Yes. Sorry. I like saying goodbye to them too. But, but yeah, exactly. He's, I think more to the point though, where you say he's obsessed with borderline personality disorder. I think more to the point, he's obsessed with Trisha Paytas.
I think he has a crush on her. I did a video and I didn't put it up because I was like, you like her. You want her. Like, what is it to where you're always talking about Trisha? You want her. That's what it is. That is what it is.
That's what I do. You know, I mean, because like, how many videos does he freaking do on Trisha Paytas? And don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of hers whatsoever.
No. Trash. I made a whole video calling her trash.
I don't know. But it doesn't mean she deserves this obsession either. I can be fair, you know?
Exactly.
And I don't know if you caught, I sent you a video. I did a parody soap opera version of the.
I haven't watched it yet. I will get to that. I promise.
Yes.
I want to see it.
Sheldon did the voice, okay, because it's hosted by a panda that was drawn by kindly by Heart's Love. She's a great artist, and she drew a picture of the panda for me, and it's hosted by a panda named Baf, B-A-F Ucker. He belongs to Shiza F. Ucker, who is my bad poetry slamming alter ego, wears a beret and red sunglasses. But
anyway, Rox is leaving real quick.
Oh, okay, Rox, thanks. Rox. So anyways, so we did this parody, you know, with the organ music, the cheesy organ music, the whole 9 yards, you know. And we actually referred to Trish as his dream girl.
I think so. I really do think so.
You know, so it's like this guy's under mental health that he's got going. I mean, I think he is disguising I mean, got to be careful with the language here because don't want. I mean, he's already blocked me on Twitter, but anyways,
yeah.
I got to be careful with the language because I don't want to get sued either. But, but I believe he does have a crush on her. I really do. There's something to it, and it's like, and so which makes it even more problematic. Because here he's claiming to help mental health and he wants to help her mental health, or he's using her as an example. But you're covering up a crush, dude, or at least I think you are. You know, you're covering up and you're saying the same thing. Obviously, okay. Obviously, I'm not that off the.
You're not. No, it really feels like a little schoolboy crush where it's like, I like you, just keep poking at you. I like you, poke at you. I like you. Or but then I also just think, I feel like he's just such a bad person. Like there's so many times where I've caught myself where I'm like, if I knew him in person, like he would get it in the full degree, like just go off on him. Because if I really feel he does it all on purpose, I feel like he's not as he comes across like he doesn't have any self-awareness, but certain things that he does feels like, no, he really understands how he's playing this game on YouTube. Like certain things he does, the way he positions things in videos, the way he positions himself on this platform, it comes across as, he tries to push this, I don't see what you're really talking about. But no, you know what you're doing. You know exactly that you're trying to incite people to call you, and I'm going to call you out on it because I know, but he wants the bigger people to call him out. That's his thing. Yeah. Because they're not going to give him the attention. It's up to us little ones to keep calling him out to him, because he still has 80,000 people that are subscribed to him. Like
viewer to sub ratio is just so
horrible. It is.
It's not uncommon to see a channel, let's say, with 10,000 subscribers, and a video might get, say, maybe 3,000 views. That's not uncommon. Mm-hmm. I have 170 subs right now, I think, and a lot of my videos don't even break 100 views. Okay, a lot of my videos don't even break 100 views. Again, the ratio is not that off. It's disappointing. It's frustrating, but it happens. It's a cycle. But in his case, it's just so vast. The ratio.
Bad.
When this big crap started with him last winter, early in 2019, he had over 100,000 subs, but they were dropping when people were getting on. It was dropping. Mm-hmm. Dr. Todd Grande, who is a licensed psychologist, who has a channel. Are you familiar with him?
I think I've seen him recommended to me. I haven't clicked on anything just yet.
He's pretty good. I recommend him too. He's pretty good. So, and Dr. Todd Grande did do a video. He did do a video critiquing the Chris's channel. And so anyways, it's like, so when all this crap started, the subs were dropping and it settled at 80,000 somehow, and it's up there. But the ratio between views and it's just so off the mark.
It is. And
I'm starting to wonder, he probably did buy those subs. I know it goes against YouTube's terms and service, but
that, and then when I was looking, I look at his videos, the ones, because he got called out on using all the drama and doing all of this and self-diagnosing people and doing all that. He's still doing it. He's still doing the same type of behavior, but he's now gotten smart to where he spreads it out. It's like, so he'll look for the drama that he can hop on really quickly so he can get those 20,000 views or 5,000 views on some videos, depending on what he's talking about. And then when he goes back to his normal content, it's like, nobody want to hear that. He knows what people want, but he can't go back to that stuff that he was doing before. He wants to, though. You could tell he wants to. He wishes that people were paying attention to him.
But here's the thing, 80,000 subs, and many of his videos, if you've seen, don't even crack 1,000 views.
That's true. Yep.
They don't even crack 1,000 views. So something is definitely off. I took a look at his Social Blade. Mm-hmm. If he's making money, it's probably from like BetterHelp and all that, private sponsorships, because he ain't making AdSense money. I don't know what his Patreon is like. I know he has one, but I don't know. But as far as Google AdSense, because that's pretty much what Social Blade calculates. Mm-hmm. He ain't getting there.
That's probably why he's telling everybody, I got 2 jobs. I'm working 2 jobs. Okay, good. You would have been decent if you didn't do the crappy stuff that you did. Like, I don't feel bad for you. And then he has a fundraiser coming up.
Yeah.
This Sunday. And I'm like, remember I said I had to search. They are a legit company. But I'm like, did we not do any research on him? Do we not know who this, did we just say, yeah, let's go ahead and do it that way because we want to get our name out there? I don't get it. I couldn't.
Yeah, well, no, I perfectly understand you checking the charity. In all honesty, if I see on YouTube somebody's doing a fundraiser, they say they're going to be doing a live stream and all the super chats are going to go, okay, since I'm not at 1,000, I'm not eligible for super chat, which is why I obnoxiously e-beg with my PayPal link. But anyways, it's like, so anyways, I understand you researching his charity, Because if he were to tell me, this is how untrustworthy he is to me. If he was to tell me the sky was blue, I have to look out the window to make sure it's not green.
Exactly. I was just like, is this a real, are they actually have an address? Do they have real information? Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. Are they registered with some charity? I don't know how it works in the United States. I'm in Canada. We have our own regulations on this, you know. So I'm not that well schooled, but there were other problematic, you know, fundraisers. I think, you know, I mean, there was one that comes off mine. I remember a while back, Charlie Gold did a multiple live stream, okay, with a bunch of other, you know, who reaction channels.
Mm-hmm.
And they were claiming it was going to a mental health charity. I thought, okay, you're bashing on somebody, because none of the comments they were talking about was constructive.
Of course not.
It was not constructive.
I had to stop. I was like, nah, I can't join into that anymore.
No, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying ALR is without her issues and her problematic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. But this was not constructive. It was not productive. And you're saying you're donating to a mental health charity. But here's where it got even more problematic. They didn't have the charity lined up. Oh. Like, shouldn't you have that established before?
Yeah. So it looks like, then that's why people don't want to help people now, because sadly, we live in a time where people get scammed easily. People have been scammed so many times. You should take the extra effort to actually look legit. Can we at least hey, we're really trying to help people. Here's where we're going to donate this to. Ask us, show us proof. I don't get people hopping on here trying
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, it was just a nasty fest, you know. It was like a total nasty fest. And it's like, none of them are constructive. And they're claiming then they claim they're going to give it to a mental health charity. It's like, okay, how are you improving this woman's mental health by doing this? How are you improving it?
They don't care anymore.
You know, it's like, you know, I mean, if you can, I mean, you want to hold her accountable as you claim, fine, but that also means I can hold you accountable, whether you like it or not. I can hold you accountable.
Exactly.
And that's what I will do. I mean, it's what I say often. Just because something is not popular doesn't mean it is incorrect.
Yeah.
And I have done videos that made me nervous because I'm taking an unpopular stance. But I also used to be a political blogger. Now that is boot camp for trolls.
I can believe it.
Boot camp for trolls.
I can believe it.
Oh, trust me. You know, I mean, I no longer do it. The site is no longer up. But it was a great run while it lasted. You know, but it's like it was like boot camp. You know, for trolls. So now we get somebody like the Rewired Soul who won't take criticism, won't take
none whatsoever.
Can't be held accountable or
never. No, I learned from him that as long as he gets likes on a video or he gets few people telling him, thank you, this helped me, he feels justified in all actions.
Like I said, I can't see his Twitter because he's blocked me, but he's blocked me. Okay, I'm blocked by half of Twitter these days. I'm the bad girl of Twitter. What can I tell you? But but I can't see. And there was a couple of times that scared me, some alarm bells. Like there was a time he did a few videos slamming people on suboxone or methadone or somebody on a maintenance drug because
did he?
Toxic.
I didn't to those. I didn't see those.
Oh, they were bad. He was talking about how suboxone was bad and you shouldn't be on it for long. And again, every addict is different.
Thank you.
You know, somebody might need Suboxone for a year. Some might only need it a month. You know, that's
his problem is like, you're in recovery. You are someone who is sitting here advocating for the fact that you used to do drugs and now you no longer have, and it's 7 years, all of this stuff. How are you judging other addicts, people who are in recovery, trying to get better? That's where I'm like, you don't make any sense, because that's like me. I would, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, and I remember, I'll never forget when I first started working in my first treatment center. Sure. We had a nurse there and we had clients who took methadone, and she told me, she was like, just to let you know, don't just stare at them, because you'll see them, they'll lick the top, or they'll, empty it all out, and just understand they're trying to make their whole dosage. And I've had coworkers who would just be like, oh, did you see, like, what does it matter to you? Like, she needs that. That's her medication. Quit judging. You are in the wrong field. Him judging someone for using whatever they need to, methadone, suboxone, especially suboxone. Like, that was something we were pushing big out here, because we wanted to kind of move people away from the methadone, because it's not good for you to be on for a very long time. But I'm not judging you if you use methadone or whatever.
I know somebody who's been on suboxone for 4 years since they recovered. They're only starting to taper off now. That's between her and her doctor or her healthcare provider. It's not anybody else's business. I'm not going to judge this girl. It's synonymous to me as pill shaming.
Yep. I'm
not going to shame this girl. And anyway, so what got me alarmed about those videos was this bloody comment section from his Rewired soldiers.
You did that.
Okay, but on a serious note,
yes,
the comment section was alarming. There were a lot of vulnerable people who were claiming they were fresh into detox, and of course, they were given suboxone or methadone or whatever to deal with it. And here they were saying, "Oh my God, no, what's happening? Okay, I'm going to take myself off the suboxone now." And that's fucking dangerous.
Yep.
No. Like, they were claiming they were not going to talk to their doctor or their healthcare provider.
So dangerous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hang on a second, Hearts Love. It was interesting to see you guys' viewpoint and perspectives. Thanks, Hearts Love. This might be a good video for timestamps. Yeah, I'll try to timestamp it later, so people can jump into whatever they want to jump into. Amy, 1 milligram of methadone makes a big difference. Exactly. Don't judge. That is 100%. Absolutely correct. Sometimes withdrawals can be deadly. Yeah, exactly. It's like somebody trying to quit drinking. Look, my father was an alcoholic. When he first got sick with liver and he was taken to the hospital, they were trying to detox him. And trust me, it's like it had to be done in that hospital setting. He was having seizures. He was defecating all over himself. He was it was not pretty to watch. He was his liver was starting to fail. And it's like, and I know this happens. So alcohol is another one, it could be dangerous to, and it's the same thing with opioids, so when I saw the comment section, these vulnerable people, like they seem vulnerable and afraid. It was like, he reminds me of a freaking cult leader.
Yes. Oh my goodness. You took it out of my head. Like, he's trying to. And what's crazy is I've been looking into like the whole Onision and how he tried to start his own little cult. It feels almost like Chris wants to be like, how are you making excuses for this man? Like, it feels like that's what he would love to be like. Yes, all you people listen to me. Let's go to this place in the woods. Like, that's how dangerous he is too, and that's how dangerous he is.
Yeah, like almost Jonestown level. In fact, I commented on my comment section and said, "Hey, Jonestown."
Yeah.
So it's like he reminds me of a cult leader. Like, look at this. He's got his Rewired soldiers. So that must make him the freaking general, I suppose. I suppose. But these people were like, you can't see them, but I felt in my mind these people were probably trembling and they were probably getting all sweaty. And it's like, these people are vulnerable as it is.
Yep.
They're fresh into detox. They could easily go out. Okay, they take themselves off the suboxone. Either they go into terrible withdrawals, and which would lead. Okay, let's go back to my heroin pusher.
Yep. I don't want to feel like this anymore. This is not fun, but I can't take this. So the only thing I know I can take is let me go take this now. Right. And then, depending on how long they've been sober, now they feel like they could have gone back to their old dosage. Now you're in risk of overdose because you told somebody they shouldn't take this medication because it's bad. They listened to you. Stop taking it. Now they're hurting. Well, I don't want to hurt no more. Let me go get my drugs. Well, I used to take this much, and now guess what? I could have hurt myself. Like, and to him, it doesn't matter because I didn't tell you to do that. You chose to do that. I just shared my opinion. Like,
it's freaking scary, It's freaking ass scary. I was scared for those poor people. And I did write some replies before he deleted them, because that's what he does.
Oh, wow.
But I was writing it. It's like, okay, don't listen to him. Talk to your doctor, please. It's like, for all that is green on this green earth, please talk to your healthcare provider.
Yes.
Don't listen to him. Of course, comments got deleted, but
of course, what she actually referred them to proper care. Why would we do that?
Why would we do that? Because the General Boutte, no, he is our savior. You know, it's like, here we go, Amy. Sometimes withdrawals can be deadly, causes all pain receptors to go off at once, and the body cannot handle it. This is true. That's right. I wish more people would read studies about suboxone. It can actually help save lives. People who use subs have a higher, subs meaning not subscribers, but suboxone, have a higher success rate. This is true.
Yep, because it works. What I forgot. Remind me, because I'm like drawing a blank, but I remember suboxone is actually what it helps block if you go use.
Yeah, exactly.
To use, it's not going to let you get high like that. So that helps you not associate that feeling any longer with the drug.
Exactly. You know, and I think suboxone is now given more than methadone, because if I'm not mistaken, suboxone, like I think people were crushing their methadone and using it, and suboxone, you can't. Apparently, you can't crush suboxone.
No, it's yeah.
You can't crush it, put it in a spoon, or put it in a straw. You can't do any of that.
Sure can't. We used to try, and a lot of them are it's the melts right into your mouth anyway.
So you can't do that with suboxone. So I think that is more widely given, but I guess it depends where. Yeah. So like I was scared for his viewers, and another dangerous one that he did that sent alarm bells was with another YouTuber by the name of Taylor Nicole Dean. Have you ever heard of her?
I made a couple of videos about him and her.
Okay, so you're familiar with her story. Like going off on her about, because she had a relationship when she exited rehab. Usually not recommended, but it's not for any of us to judge it either. And she ended up figuring it out for herself, and the relationship broke up. But what did he do? He went back with a video, and he's gloating about it. He's gloating about it. It's like, you're gloating over somebody's misfortune. She might be happy about the breakup. She expressed it on Twitter, but she might get moments of sadness when she's offline. We don't know. I don't know her. It's like,
because the events worked out in the way he wanted it to. And I was offering him because again, you're somebody who's in recovery. The way he handled that, my one video, I told him, I said, if that was me, I would have said, first off, you don't know this woman. She is online, just giving you a piece of her life. I wouldn't even said that to somebody I know, unless she's if it was a client of mine, I pull you to the side. It would have been blasted out in front of everybody. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. What's wrong with you? Like, you're in recovery. You're supposed to understand the mindset. Like, have you forgotten? I know I haven't forgot what it felt like when you're first getting sober, you know? So how is it you forgot? It's such a contradiction.
But what he did say on Twitter once, because people retweet stuff, they take screenshots, so I get a glimpse of those. And he told Taylor Nicole Dean to be an example. It's like, she's fresh. She's about a month out of rehab, or just got out of rehab, whatever. It was fresh into her recovery. And he said, be an example. It's like, what kind of pressure are you putting on this girl? Like, what the fuck?
I worked in substance abuse. Shut the hell up. No, that's one of the first things they teach you is you teach them to focus on themselves, be selfish. You are working this for you. Like, how can you say that you worked in some type of substance abuse treatment center, but you're telling her to be a better example? Oh, he's so trash. I
know. It's like, okay, Chris Boutte, how about you be a better example? How about you be a better example?
Exactly.
You know, exactly. I don't want him to be an example, but what I'm saying is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, or should be anyway.
Hot calling the kettle black, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And another alarming one he did. Oh, it's actually had its moments of, it was just weird. He opens the video it looks like he might be sitting on the toilet or something. He's acting constipated or something. No, I swear. And he's saying, Tristan, call 911. It hurts so bad being right.
He loves being right. He swears to goodness. If it works out in his favor, you have just justified he justifies his shitty behavior because of that. That's it. I can't, like, I wonder I saw his girlfriend. I went on Twitter and looked at her. I was like, she's pretty. How are you with him? Like, that's just, and I'm not even talking about like looks or nothing, just,
No.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you with him?
Like,
just
as problematic as he is, trust me, she doesn't deserve any sympathy because when this whole mess started, she was in it up to her eyeballs.
Really?
She may not make videos, but she was all over the Instagram machine. She was all over. Oh yeah, she's just as problematic as he is.
So two shitty people together.
Yeah, pretty much, you know. Yeah, she's just as problematic. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. I mispronounced it. I meant to say his beautiful girlfriend, Tristan.
Every time. Like, we get it.
That's her full name. That's her full name. But, you know.
Every time. My beautiful girlfriend, Tristan and I. My beautiful girlfriend, Tristan and I. And I know he's, like, I think he's
thinking about Trisha Paytas. It's like.
I feel like he says that because he knows people are mean and people judge people, and he wants to validate himself as, look at me, I'm able to talk about this, I have a beautiful girlfriend named Tristan. Like, he tries to use it as a way to, like,
it's a prop.
Yeah,
it's a prop.
There you go.
It's just like he uses that cat of his as a prop. Like,
so pretty too.
When he appeared with the makeup, it looked like the cat like took a vicious slap out of his face. The day, you know, it's like I was thinking I was going to make a joke. It's like maybe she did that after he forced her to play dress up.
Right.
That one where he played dress up with the cat. It has all those clips. It has all. Really should check out my parents.
Like, oh, I gotta go. Like,
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's like, and then there's another dangerous one that was extremely, his one about Onision.
Yeah.
Saying, we weren't thinking about Onision's children. It's like, and then he compared it to his own situation with him and his son, which you're comparing apples and oranges here, buddy.
Yeah.
Or like oranges and bananas. And
I feel like he sees himself in the situation, though, because he sees that if there's enough people talking about somebody, there's enough people willing to rally behind and really want to get somebody off of a platform or do something. He's afraid. I see him as running out. He's afraid. He's afraid that people are going to start really just being like, let's go after him because he's trash. And let's try to get him and get him off of this platform. So to him, he's like, hey, by the way, I have a child also. Remember guys, I have kids. It excuses my shitty behavior and I'm a shitty person. I have kids. Remember that, right? Right? Yeah. Remember my son. Remember think of the children. That's all I could think of was like
children. Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, if only you got to think what he wasn't thinking is if Onision was grooming all these women, we got to say alleged because it hasn't been proven in a court of law, and apparently Onision is getting sue happy, or so he's careful with our language here.
Yeah,
it looks like this case is going to the FBI, according to Chris Hansen, as it should. I hope. Chris Hansen is a veteran journalist, as we well know. He has his YouTube channel now, and he does interviews with all these girls that Onision harmed. And it's like, Chris, okay, you're not thinking about all the girls he's harmed, all the people he's harmed. That's number one. Number two, and all these girls were underage, or most of them anyway, they were underage.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about this, you know. And number two, if he is grooming these girls allegedly, say he ain't grooming his kids. And then I caught a clip like yesterday or the day before. I caught another clip. It was an old clip of Onision yelling at his kids, like yelling at them, like really nasty. It was verbally abusive. And it's like, And as you pointed out in your video, you know, sometimes, you know, I know, like I worked in the system, you know, as a secretary, you're familiar with it. You have to deal with them too, because you're a managing reporter. Like we know foster care is not the most ideal situation. Group home, not the most ideal situation. But sometimes as a last resort, if there are no other relatives or friends, and those are searched for first, as you mentioned, same one when I was working, it was the same thing. You know, we will look to other relatives, even friends of the family or a neighbor or something, you know, we will look at them. And so that's a last resort, placing them in the system. It's a last resort. And yeah, it is far from perfect. It is flawed. It's probably, you know, but sometimes it's the best of a shitty situation. I don't think these kids are safe with him. And this is something Chris did not take into consideration when he did this freaking video. No. And secondly, what is he suggesting? Like, let's say the FBI is doing if the FBI is doing their investigation, right? And they make an arrest. Okay, they make an arrest. They arrest Onision. He's gonna go to jail, you know, either way, he's gonna go to jail, even if it's just to wait for court date or to be bailed out or whatever. You know, who's to say, you know, the kids are going to be taken out of the home anyway. And the thing is, what are you suggesting, Chris, that just because he has kids, he can use them as a human shield? Like, if you're a parent, does that mean, oh, I'm going to go out and commit crime and I'll get my lawyer?
That's what he made it seem like, didn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly. And I pointed it out in my own reaction video to that too. I alluded to that near the end of that video. It's like, are you suggesting that you can't be held accountable because you have kids?
No,
it's like, you're a parent. You have 2 sons.
Yes.
You know, and I think, you know, you're held to the same standard. You're held to account like everybody else, even though who are not parents like myself. You know, and it's like, what the hell? And then what does that teach the kids?
Daddy they could do anything. So can I. You're just, as parents, it's our responsibility to teach our kids to be productive people in society when they grow up. If you cannot sit here and swear to goodness that this man who is sitting here allegedly grooming these women, and his husband now, I don't want to misgender Kai.
Kai is a dude. Kai is a he now.
There we go.
When they first met, he was a she.
There we go. You don't that he is also responsible. So what are you saying? Like, oh, it's okay, because as I know that it's this is where those type of topics, it's hard because you automatically you don't want to think that someone would do something like that with your children, their own kids, you know, what he's allegedly doing with the girls or did with the girls. You don't want to think that, but you can't be sure. And a sick individual is a sick individual in that aspect. So you need to put that child's safety and well-being first. I don't care if it's a yes or no. And there's things where I even said it myself. I don't agree with Child Protective Services on a lot of things they do, the way they treat the kids, all of that. But when it comes down to it, their ultimate goal is to make sure that child is safe and able to live a safe life. So
that is mandate number 1, the safety of the child, the welfare.
Yep. If there's something questionable, get them out and then investigate. Yes, it sucks that they might have had to have that separation for a little bit, but that separation is more easily healed than any other type of trauma that they could be enduring in that home.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so for Chris Boutte to come out and do this freaking video,
to pander, because I want sympathy when my situation happens. That's what, like, you sold, like.
Okay, Chris, you're problematic, but I don't think you're grooming girls.
It doesn't. That's one thing I've noticed. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. He tries to insert his canceling into people going at, oh, everyone's a mob, and when is it enough? When is it enough? Because he's still being punished, rightly so, for what he's done because he hasn't changed. So to him, it's, when is it enough? Do you just want us to just get off of this platform? Yes, then if you need to get off the platform, that's what you can do. I don't feel, like I said, I don't feel bad for you losing your platform for doing horrible things.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, I wish both of them would lose their platforms, honestly. You know, I wish honestly, as this is the thing about the new YouTube terms of service, there are good channels that have had videos down since the terms of service changed a few days ago. Good channels with good videos, you know, with good honest critique. But there are others like these, like Onision, like the Rewired Soul, they're still up. They still have a freaking platform. Onision is still doing a daily meltdown, which gets more comical by the day. And I shouldn't say comical, but it is.
What do you think? And this might be crazy, but do you feel that he's kind of playing off of his mental health to build up some type of insanity case?
Yeah, exactly. I believe that too. However, I saw on somebody else's comment section, somebody who claimed to be a lawyer, and she said that this won't work for a few reasons. She gave X, Y, and Z as reasons. And in the comment, she said, number one, it shows that he does have the wherewithal to edit his videos. Okay, now take it from somebody, you know, okay, it's, and you know it, you editing a video, let alone strapped with my issues, but someone like yourself, for instance, editing a video, it takes time. You got to think, you got to have your eyes glued to that screen, you know, sometimes you got to take out that split second because you, I don't know, you burped or you said something,
or stuttered, or
you know, or take your pick. And so he has the wherewithal. He's not completely lost it. He's got the wherewithal to edit those videos. And that's number one, what this lawyer was saying. So this is premeditated. And then yesterday he came up with a video. I forget the title. The channel Negs, Negative Reactions reacted to it. And there was a clip where Onision said, yes, my meltdowns are fake. I was like, hey, so much for that insanity defense. Oh yeah, he admitted it. It was fake.
Good.
Living in a closet, claimed he was living in a closet. And, you know.
And that's where I get mad at a lot of these big YouTubers, because again, my whole thing is we're trying to break stigma. We're trying to break like normalize mental health and stuff. You can't get on here and pretend you have meltdowns and do all, because now if someone really is on here documenting their real life symptoms or what they're going through, people are like, oh, you're just faking it. It's taking away the real issue of people dealing with their mental illnesses and their mental health. Like, that's such trash. That's so trash.
I was actually thinking about doing a video about that very subject, actually, that you just mentioned. I was thinking about doing it, like Onision's fake meltdowns on his videos is harming not just YouTubers who are in the mental health, but those who make bloggers, those who are not bloggers are not even present much online. Because it further stigmatizes not only, but it further discredits. And if there's one thing about those of us with mental illness, we have issues with credibility. No matter how honest we are or whatever, people have this misconception, not necessarily that we're pathological liars, but they think we imagine a lot of shit in our head. And they think we're prone to these weird temper tantrums and all that lovely stuff. And that's why I think his fake meltdowns are a danger. And let me see. Hang on. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a video about that, actually, and in the coming days. I mean, my next video will be my 100th video, so I want to make that a little fun and special and lightheaded and not much thinking required. Another anti-vlogmas with inappropriate Christmas stories. Bring on She's a F-fucker, and she can do her bad poetry slams. But back to what I was saying, I was planning to do a video about that. And I wanted to do it a couple of days ago, and then I changed tack, and it's like, God, because I was feeling myself getting triggered.
Yeah.
And the more I was thinking about how to approach this and do it, oh God, I don't want to, I know I feel compelled to do this, and I still feel compelled because I think it's all part of the mental health awareness. But at the same token, it's like, oh God, it's like, you know, and I'll admit, like, I mean, I've gotten actually quite a few giggles at some of his fake meltdowns because they're just so freaking outrageous. Like where he said,
like, because you don't believe it. That's why.
Oh, exactly it. You know, where he claims he pooped on his back.
Like,
you know, it's like, okay, first of all, because he had brown stain on his t-shirt up on the shoulder blade, so we know it's a physical impossibility. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it didn't look like, and I was talking to somebody who actually works in nursing home care, and she told me right off, it's not that. It's more like gravy or chocolate milk or
see, that's so just proving everybody's point. Like, yes, you need to get off this platform.
whoa.
Like, I'm trying. Oh no, what are you doing? Don't kick. Why are you trying to do this? And you do that. That is why we're trying to do what we're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, oh my God, now there are channels that are reacting to his meltdowns, and I have to admit, you know, they've become a guilty pleasure. Like Negs, for instance, is Micanator. Like Micanator doesn't say much, but his facial expressions say it all. You know, and Negs is he's funny. I don't agree with Negs a lot of the time, but you know, it's a good channel. I like his live streams, and now he's doing like really funny reactions. You know, it's like, and I know I shouldn't be doing that, but anyways, this to say, I feel compelled to do this video, but I'm feeling it myself. It's like for a variety of reasons, because I'm laughing at the meltdowns too, because they're fake. And the other thing is I'm feeling for these women, because I experienced something similar to that too when I was young. So I really feel for those women like Shiloh, like Sarah, like Billy, and the list goes on. And it's like, oh God, can I do this? You know, and we'll see in the coming days, but it definitely won't be the next video, because the next video is the 100th video celebration.
Yay.
And yeah, so I don't know. It's
I do hope you do it though, because it's a good video. It needs to be done.
Yeah, and I'll do it. And if anybody wants to give me a hand by sending notes, I won't refuse them. You know how to find me on Discord or on Twitter. But it is like, yeah, I'll do it in the days coming. In the coming days, it'll be my idea. But the Rewired Soul, he's just passing out dangerous information. Why does he still have a platform? Why does Onision still have a platform? And a lot of Onision's videos are still up. Like, he has videos. Have you heard of Eugenia Cooney?
Yeah, I did. I didn't want to. I don't like talking about people with
No, and we're not going to talk about her either. Yeah. I'm saying this, that Onision did some terrible videos. Like, he was the girl. Videos imitating somebody with bulimia or anorexia. Yeah. And that is like not only tacky and harmful, but it's disgusting. And it's like, Jesus, those videos are still up apparently.
Yeah, it's so funny you said that, because I was slowly catching up. I watched some videos that you were telling me to watch too, about him, and they were talking about how he was imitating her. And I'm like, wow, times have changed, because I guess back then that was okay, because if you try to do that now, where's the, like, you need to go, like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait a minute. Amy and Hearts are both saying, because they're the last two remaining. Thank you, Hearts and Amy. They're saying the two of us need to do another collab soon.
Oh, definitely. I would love that. This has been fun, you know?
Well, I think we can arrange that, eh? On either of our channels, it's okay. Here or your place. Maybe I had you here. Maybe we'll see. But we'll do this again. We will. We will definitely, because I'm having fun. This has been a great live stream too, and you've actually helped me, because I can talk, because I felt stronger talking about certain topics I don't otherwise.
Yeah,
well, it kind of held my hand.
I know you did, and you're good at keeping the conversation going and talking about things. Like, it was fun. I had so much fun.
Yeah, I had. So yeah, we will definitely do this again at some point. Maybe probably not till after the holidays, because I mean, not that I have Christmas plans. I don't. But Kay with family, I'm sure does.
And work is when it gets more needing of me running around. And
imagine your clients, because we know Christmas sucks for a lot of people, including yours truly.
Yes.
And especially for the population of the mentally ill. So I'm sure a lot of your clients are probably stepped up, more amplified. So I'm sure it's making more challenges to your job. So yeah, so I think, I mean, because Christmas is in a week from now or something, 6 days from now. So I think it's probably going to be after the holidays. So Kay can enjoy Christmas with the family. And don't read any more Chris Boutte vlogs.
Oh man, I sure did. I deleted the other ones I had reacted to, because I was like, I can't do that. I can't. But I might, if he puts up, I was thinking I might check, maybe do it like maybe once a month or something, because he posts, but then he doesn't post. Like, he was on there posting like a week straight with different blogs, and then he hasn't posted for like now, what has it been, like 2 weeks almost. So I'm like, he's inconsistent. But again, he's starting a new job.
Oh yes, of course. I wonder what is it? McDonald's?
He just went to LA, and I was like, what's this job about? We're gonna find out soon. He's
professional stalker of Trisha Paytas.
Oh, she does live in LA, huh?
Yes, she does. In fact, Nikocado Avocado just did a mukbang collab with her.
I didn't watch it. He, I'm not even gonna get into him.
Oh, what, Nikocado?
Yes, he's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I want you to get help. Like, I need you to go get some help.
I don't think he's harmful to the population at large. I really don't. I think he has a lot of personal issues.
Yes.
That's plain to see.
Yes.
Fun
to watch, but it's like I can't. It's like good video, then meltdown. I can't keep watching you have these meltdowns. Like I can't.
It's like
he's good.
You know, and yes, his thumbnails and his titles are clickbaity, and you know, but they say you got to clickbait to survive. I don't know, but I don't think he's harming. Unlike you know, Onision, the Rewired Soul. I really don't think he's out to harm anybody. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he has issues.
Yes.
He is definitely a talented violinist. If you ever got a chance to hear him play violin, he's definitely a talented violinist. But yeah, and I think all those mukbangs he's doing it's like, to this vegan sensitivities, this is like, you're eating a whole freaking cow in my face, you know? It's
so much. I like to, honestly, I used, or I still do every once in a while, use mukbangs as a way to kind of help curb my eating, because it's like, I can't eat that way. I can't eat that food that you eat, because I used to, and then that's how I got to be 300-some pounds. So like, I'll sit there and I'll watch him eat it, or other ones eat it, and I'll be like, okay, I'm good now. Let me go eat what I was going to go eat.
And it was like, you know, so it's like, I really don't think he's harmful. He is a guilty pleasure. I'll admit to watching him as a guilty pleasure. Yeah. Sometimes the food he eats, like I said, I'm a vegan, and after being 25 years vegetarian, I moved up to veganism, and it's a sensitivity for me. It's like, oh God, what are you eating?
How do you feel about how he talks about veganism now? Now that he's
a former vegan, that's the thing. He started off his YouTube career as a vegan. It's just his channel was floundering. I think it's mainly I don't believe the health issues that he talks about. They're so outrageous. Okay. I've done extensive research when going vegan. I did extensive research. I did my homework. Yeah. And the stuff he was saying was just so outrageous that where are you getting this from? You know, it's like, okay, fine, you're not a vegan anymore. Yeah. To go to this other extreme. You know, to go to this other extreme, and it's like, oh my God, it's like the food, he puts cheese on everything. He even puts cheese on cheese.
It's so funny though, because my boyfriend used to judge me for watching him, but he knows like his intro now, and he knows his cheese song.
That's a cheesy song too. You know, the song is cheesy. Yeah. I'm back home. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright.
But yeah, I did see that they had that mukbang. He had the mukbang with Trisha. Trisha seemed like she looked good. I haven't watched it yet. Again, like I said, I don't like her. I think she's
I don't like her either. Absolutely.
But I do sympathize with her being someone that has mental illnesses she's dealing with. Like, that's as far as I sympathize with her. But
yeah, it's there, you know. Yeah. And I don't watch her videos because, frankly, I'm not 14. 14 is young enough to be my grandchild. You know. But you know, it's but Nikocado Avocado, I don't find him, he's problematic in a different way. Yeah. You know, I think the person he's harming is himself, and perhaps his own relationship with Orlin, his husband. Yeah. I think that's probably if he's hurting another person, it's probably Orlin. Yeah. I have a feeling they probably hurt each other. Yeah. And that's sad.
You can believe everything that he puts out though, because we know he knows the YouTube game very well as well. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, you can't believe everything you hear and see on the internet, and it's a lot of show. Like there was this one video he did that I got so cringed out, like so grossed out. He had his ramen noodles on that little griddle thing that he always has, this pile of ramen noodles. And he had these sunny side up eggs. And I never liked eggs, even before going vegan. I never liked eggs.
No.
No. So these sunny side up eggs on top of the noodles. And the music sounds like it's something out of Schindler's List. That old sad violin music. He's not talking. There's no dialogue. But then you see him, he's crying over the noodles and the eggs. And then he's got this clipper, this electric clipper. He starts shaving his head over the food.
Oh, yeah. Meltdown.
And okay, this is gross. This is like, eggs to me are gross already. The sight of eggs is already gross to me. But this with the clipper is like, okay, no, this is not, no. And then what does he do? He picks up one of those eggs. It looks like a rubber disc or something, you know? Yeah. And he starts wiping his face with the yolk.
See, that's where I'm like, and then he'll come back and he'll say, that's the only time where I have issue, is he'll put it out there. He'll be like, oh, and then he'll come back the next day and be like, oh, I know you guys, I need to get help. This is where I get annoyed, because it's like, he makes decent money. Nick gets views. He has 2 decent channels. Well, now he's only working off of the main channel.
No, not his main channel. He uploads sometimes, like his Trisha Paytas video is on that one.
Yeah.
But he doesn't work out of the second one anymore.
No, it's just the third one now.
It's the third one, Nikocado Avocado 3. The second one, that's what we're talking about, Heart's Love.
Yeah.
Trisha and Nick did do another mukbang collab together, whatever you want to call it. Nikocado is in Los Angeles, and where she lives, where the Rewired Soul is now, apparently, or going to be.
Or maybe he might not be there any longer. I know he was there earlier this week.
I know his mom lives in California, but I don't know where. But and he lives in Lost Wages.
Yeah. So, Vegas.
Lost Wages. That's what y'all call it. But like I said, it's just all this to say, he is a guilty pleasure. I don't think he's hurting the public at large.
No, he's not.
I don't think that's his intent. I don't think that's his intent. I just think the person he hurts himself and perhaps his relationship, his personal relationship with Orland. That's my opinion. And like I said, we're not going to diagnose him online because it's wrong to do that. Even the psychologists, even the psychologists who have channels like Dr. Todd Grande say that them as licensed therapists would never diagnose somebody online or a celebrity or would never do that. Dr. Todd Grande said that, and I think that's very responsible.
Yep.
To check him out, Dr. Todd Grande.
I'm going to look at his video. He's been on my recommended, and I'm going to look at him, watch a couple videos.
Yeah. I mean, he's not, he's very, and he's very factual, and sometimes we'll talk about, he did a video about Dr. Phil once.
I loved Dr. Phil for so long. I used to love Dr. Phil so much.
My mother still loves him. My mother loves Dr. Phil.
I used to love him. I would watch him just like, yeah, Dr. Phil, get him.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, he has said that, Heart's Love. Nikocado has said that.
Yes.
He has said that. I don't know if he does or if he doesn't. Again, I'm not his mother.
Nope. I should. I will. Like, okay.
No, I don't know. It's like, I really don't know.
Nope.
He is like, but Dr. Phil is like, I think it's trash. All these people airing their dirty laundry.
And he swear to goodness he's there to help them.
And I think, and I've noticed that Dr. Phil has a lot of biases, personal, social, political biases, that tend to be right-leaning, at least socially, that tend to be quite right-leaning. And I find that problematic in and of itself. You can have political views.
Yeah.
Yes, even if his political views differ from mine, which they do. For many who don't know, I am left of center in every which way, and he's apparently a registered Republican, but you can be a registered Republican, but your job is
That you keep it out of your thank you. That's what I don't.
Yeah, and I don't think he does. I'm not saying saying Donald Trump is great, but I'm not saying that. But if the things he does, like for instance, like he doesn't talk about choices. Like a teenage girl gets pregnant, for instance, and he doesn't talk about the other choices. Again, you don't have to. Yeah. I'm not going to discuss what side we are on because that's a lightning rod. We're not going to, but I'm just using that as an example of saying that's your
options. Yes,
that's your personal view. But if you are a psychologist working, it is kind of, I don't know about the laws in the United States, but here you kind of have to give out all the options available, and that might include the one you don't believe in. You know, and that's what I say. And the other thing, like, I remember you had that trashy Dr. Phil house. All these
yes.
They were all pulling each other. He had this married couple that these people should not be within 100 city blocks of each other, honestly. But he has them crammed into this little house.
Little house. That drama. It get them views.
It's just for drama and the views. And this couple was escalating and escalating, being in this confined in this space. And like I said, these are two people who should not be within 100 city blocks of each other. They should be in separate cities, hell, separate states. And I find that. And then what he did last year, it was a hashtag 100 out of 100 times. Okay, where he was claiming he was having people, couples, interabled couples, I think the term is.
Yeah.
Like you have one who is able-bodied and the other one is confined to a wheelchair, quadriplegic.
Yeah.
And he had them on, and there was one couple that was having a problem with their marriage because he was not born that way. He had an accident and became quad.
Oh, yeah.
So it's harder for these people to adjust for obvious reasons. So yes, it would cause a dent in the couple. And Dr. Phil was telling them, what are you, a lover or a caregiver? You cannot be both.
Oh, wow.
Times out of 100. Hence the hashtag developed, you know?
Wow. Let me get some light in there.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Someone, Amy says, someone from his show asked Jenna Marbles to be on the show. She said no. So someone went to her home, put things in a mailbox, in her mailbox to entice her into going. She didn't give them her address. That is creepy. That is creepy if somebody somehow found her or doxed her.
Wow.
Found something in her mailbox.
And shows have those. There's I'm watching this one show on, it's an Apple TV show, The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's really good. They show the inside, like they show kind of like the back, what it looks like to be on like Good Morning America or whatever the case is. And when they showed, they wanted somebody, she was like a victim of they were doing like the Me Too movement moment, and they were trying to get the victim of someone, and she didn't even know where she was. She's like, I'll get it, and just was at the girl's house like, hi, like, I believe it. They have investigators, people that can just go up there. I'll figure it out wherever she is. I'll get her. We'll find her. That's scary. Like,
it is scary. I mean, I realize it is fairly easy nowadays with the internet and social media. It is fairly easy to find people. You don't really have to break the law to do it because some people, you know, you don't have to be a hacker. In other words, you know. Yeah. But the producers obviously, I don't know what steps Jenna Marbles takes. She is a big YouTuber. She is one of the YouTube OGs.
She is. I haven't watched her in years, but I remember when I first watched her way back when she had millions of subscribers. I don't know.
I think she does. I don't know how often she posts. I don't really pay much attention to her content these days. But yeah, it's like, but still, you know, you're dropping things in the mailbox to get her on the show because she said no. And it's like, I don't want to be on the show. And there was another YouTube channel of an interabled couple, and it's called Squirming Grubs or something like that. They call themselves, it's Shane and Hannah. Shane has some rare neuromuscular disorder, and he's confined to a chair, and he's quadriplegic. Hannah is able-bodied. She is his, they're engaged to be married, or they're married now. I'm not sure, but I know they're engaged to be married at least, and they've been together for some time. And they're a nice couple, you know. It's basically vlogs and, you know, their channel. They're a nice couple, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane is funny, you know. He's, he's funny. And so anyway, apparently they were asked to go on that show, the caregiver interable couple show,
Mm-hmm.
to offer advice or something. And they did a video why they turned it down, because they too were soured by him and the perspective he was going with that. And that was the one where you cannot be a caregiver and a lover.
That's so crazy.
And this is why they refused, Shane and Hannah. I think the channel is called Squirmy and Grubs. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched any of their vlogs for some time. It's just how it is. But yeah, but they give themselves a cute little name, their channel a cute little name like that. But yeah, they said that they refused to go on Dr. Phil because of that, you know. And it's like because that's the angle he was going with.
That's ridiculous.
You know, SBSK. What's SBSK, Amy? Special books for special kids. Yeah, that's another channel they do with disabilities. Yeah, they did have Shane and Hannah on. It's called Special Books for Special Kids. Yeah, I know it. Do you know it?
No, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, you should take a look at it. They do. Yeah, they find other YouTubers or they find people out.
That's so cool.
Yeah, exactly. You know, no, it's an informative channel.
Yeah.
You know, it's an informative channel. But yeah, it's like Dr. Phil. It's like, but yeah, but Dr. Todd Grande had his own critique of him. He just did a critique. But yeah, you check out Dr. Todd Grande. Better than Katie Morton, I think, as far as his content and his information is concerned. I like him better than Katie Morton. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
I keep hearing her name. Haven't seen anything though.
No, no, it's okay. I'm not saying I don't like her. No, not at all. No, I watch her too. Her specialty is eating disorders.
Okay.
So she has talked about Eugenia Cooney as well. But yeah, it's, you know, so she knows about eating disorders. Oh yeah, oh my God, we talked a lot about things. Wait a minute, Amy says, I found the channels, 6 Blind Kids, Fathering Autism, Squirmy and Grubs through SBSK. Shane Dawson made her famous. Yeah, I love Fathering Autism. I watched all first 2 years of their videos. I didn't know that was a channel, Fathering Autism.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, that is cool. If you know, that is cool. Yeah.
I've been finding out so many different parts of YouTube. It's because I, for a long time, only came on here for beauty. Like,
what?
I would only come on here for beauty channels. Like, that was it. I never would really watch anything outside of like that. And then I started.
Oh, I'm not into the beauty scene, the beauty drama.
I'm not anymore. With them, it's right now they're having some drama going on because
they always do.
Well, right, two of them. I don't know. Do you know any of their names? There's
I know some of the players. I do know some of the players.
There's the Viewer Voice, and then which is Nick Snyder.
I know him.
T by Alley.
Yes, they're in a feud right now or some sort.
Yes, because T by Alley, who's in recovery, is talking about Nick, who's in recovery, telling people he's using. I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, it's everywhere. Like,
oh yeah.
Smash people, like, what are you doing? Like, you're in recovery too. Why are you doing that? But
yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. Yeah, Nick is in recovery himself. Nick Snyder, he
did good.
Huh?
They said T by Alley released an apology
today. Probably better for her. She's just, I said, Michelle, we have a new person in.
Oh, hi.
Michelle Fury, Fathering Autism. She's the one who said Fathering Autism is an amazing channel. Sorry, Michelle, if I missed you earlier. Sorry. Welcome to Straight Talk and Fedora Chick. And is Michelle, do you know Michelle?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. And well, Journey to Find Kay. This is Kay.
Hello.
And her channel, Journey to Find Kay. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. I hope you come back. It's like, I like returning people, but because otherwise I'd be talking my stupid computer screen all by my lonesome, and people think I'm nuts enough as it is. But
Me too. And it's so funny because I tell my partner, because like I talk to myself and stuff, and I'll be like, I think people might think there's something wrong with me if they see me outside, because I'm just like, because I have to process whatever I'm thinking real quick.
Oh, good God. Well, sometimes it takes me a while to process something. Like sometimes even when I notice I do a video, and I alluded to this when I talked about how I live with FTD. And sometimes, because I get word loss, sometimes I get downright bouts of aphasia.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes when I'm doing a video, whether live or I'm doing an upload, and it's like I'm saying a word that is completely out of context. Like I might say this person's medication and then the word curry at the end of it type of thing. You know, I know it sounds, yeah. No, I don't have Indian food on the brain. I love Indian food, but no, I don't have it on the brain. But for whatever reason, it comes out that way. And so I gave that, and so I can understand, the difficulty in processing words, right? Thanks, Heart's Love. Thank you. Heart's Love put your channel on the chat.
Thank you.
She did. And it's like, okay, they're talking amongst themselves. That's fine. Make friends. That's what we want. Make friends. But too bad, Michelle, you missed the cringe fest earlier with Nicole Arbour. But I will leave this live stream up, and you will catch all if you want. Yeah. I'll try to have this timestamp later tonight, and you can catch the cringe fest.
It was, yes. It was so good, though.
It was, wasn't it? Oh, she's driving. Michelle is driving. We are driving. I'll get back if I get booted. Service not good. I'll call you tonight, Hearts, if that's cool. Okay, this is for Hearts Love. Okay. This is for Hearts Love. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, Michelle, it's up to both of us, Kay.
Oh, thank you.
Just up to you. She just up to me. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We're feeling the love here. Yes, don't forget to go to Kay's channel and show some love over there. And but it's this has been great. I think we're going to jump off very shortly, so we'll have some closing remarks. Before we go, does anybody, I know there's not too many people left, and thank you, Hearts Love and Amy, for sticking around.
Yes.
And thanks to everybody who either dropped by earlier and had to or came in late, whatever. Like I said, it's always up for that.
Yep.
And a lot of new faces, which I was glad to see. So for those who are remaining, we can do a little Q&A. I mean, if anybody has any questions for Kay or myself, yours truly, please let us know in the chat. We can devote a few minutes to a Q&A if you'd like. Hang on. Oh, and thanks for posting my PayPal link. Yes, okay. Once again, my shameless, obnoxious e-begging. This channel is not monetized, as you know. I am trying to raise funds to invest in this channel. Number one, I need a new film editor desperately, so I can also do some uploads too. Some of my fun voiceovers that many of my viewers love, and I'd like to bring those back. My fun voiceovers. So and I need some other new equipment. I'd like to have a gimbal so I can film without jitters on my phone. So like film from outside or whatever. Yeah. How many of you are tired of seeing the hat collection and the yellow walls behind me?
I like hats. I don't care. Show your hat.
But anyways, it does get reinvested in this channel. So thank you, Hearts Love. For the rest of you who are catching this later, the PayPal link is in the description box. Okay, but don't feel pressured. Okay, because I will always provide content for free. Always, because it's my pleasure to do so. I aim to educate or entertain, or I cross the line between the two. But yeah, it's Filmora. Yeah, that's the editor I want. Yeah. Because I hear it's simple to use and most YouTubers use it. What do you use?
I'm iMovie right now.
What are you using?
iMovie right now.
Yeah, my movie crapped out completely, and it can't. This computer is very old, and so is iMovie on it. And I came across an issue. Not only does it crap out, especially when I'm doing the voiceover videos, because I have a lot of visuals. I have a lot of video clips, GIFs, and pictures.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little music and some sound effects too, plus my voice. So these are heavy files.
Yeah.
And to upload to YouTube and stuff. And now what it's not allowing me to do anymore is to upload in a high definition. It won't even allow me at 720. Like the highest is 560. And 560 is not high definition as we know. So that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
And so I need to get Filmora is not that expensive. It's just right now I'm like so super flat broke. This is, yes, early retirement due to medical issues is not glamorous. This is what I put up with. People think it's glamorous because I retired so young, but but I did a video already called From Sick Leave to Retirement. It explains my whole journey and the parade of doctors before determining this. It's far from glamorous. And but yeah, so it is what it is, you know. So so yeah, and I don't have Streamlabs because they don't have Streamlabs for Mac. They don't make it for Mac. I'm stuck with a PayPal link. You know, but the fees are a lot less than a YouTube super chat. Oh, if we are wishing for anything, it would be awesome. Yeah, you would like to have a computer, eh, Hearts Love? Yeah, I would like a new computer too, but that's not high on my agenda. I'm trying to hang on to this one.
Yeah.
It's ancient, but I'm trying to hang on to it for as long as I can. I really don't want to move to a PC because I despise Windows 10.
I have to use it at work. It's so horrible.
It is horrible.
Bad.
It is super terrible, you know?
So bad.
Super terrible. But yeah. So if anybody, yes.
Thank you, Hearts.
You can see the chat too. Cool. So you can see the chat too. Yeah, we're going to jump off soon because it's been almost 3 hours. And I'm sure Kay has to, well, I know she's a couple of hours behind me, but I'm sure she has to feed her kids something.
About that time.
Yeah, the furniture or something. Yeah, so yeah, she has probably go do something with the children and or help them again, whatever it is mothers do.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, as you can tell. I'm so bloody enough, you know.
I already know as soon as I open the door, my cats are waiting for me. My kid is waiting for me. My partner's probably up. They're already just like.
Exactly. So it doesn't look like we have any questions for now. So let's go for final remarks. So Kay, we will definitely do this again, either on my channel or hers if she's so inclined.
Definitely.
But definitely back here at Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Kay will be coming back, but more than likely after the holidays, so we can give Kay a chance to do the family thing and deal with all the holiday related stressors at her job.
Yep.
So that will be after the holidays. Either tomorrow, I'm going to try for tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be afternoon or evening. I will do a 100th video celebration. Sorry, I'm not doing a giveaway. I'm too broke to buy a gift and then ship it. I'm so sorry. But I'm hoping you will come by anyway. We will try to party in our own way and probably do more inappropriate Christmas stuff. And we'll bring out She's a F Ucker and some really bad poetry slams, and so bad it's genius, really. So we'll do that, and just to celebrate my 100th video, because the challenge is with the channel, you know.
Yes.
And I will probably also give an overview, like what it took my journey to get to that 100th video. It's been 1.5 years I've been on the platform, or that I uploaded. So it'll be tomorrow at some point, either afternoon or evening. I'm not sure which. I will have those links on Twitter and everywhere else necessary. And so, okay, back to Truth or Dare just before we go. Truth or Dare. Say it 3 times. Rewired soldiers. Just like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, like, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
He really did that. And I mean, I can see why you could do it, because soldiers. I get it, but it's so corny.
I know it is. I know. I'm just making fun. I'm just having fun. But do you have any final remarks, Kay? Seriously, do you have any final remarks?
No, I had so much fun, and I thank you so much for reaching out to me to schedule this collab. I've had, honestly, being on this platform has been such a welcoming experience. Like, I was afraid. I wanted to do this for so long, and to see that there's such a great community. You go and you see someone like Chris, you think everybody's kind of like that, you know? But when you come in and you see how welcoming and open and honest and loving, and we just want everyone to be happy and succeed, it's been great. So I thank you so much for sure for even just setting out that branch, like, hey, let's do this. We could do this together.
Yeah, my pleasure. I mean, I thought, you know, you should meet some of the others in the community as well. We got a lot of new faces we saw in the chat. A lot of people I've never seen before, like Metamorphosis Rocks and like Metamorphosis Rocks and Michelle, who was just here, you know, and we got a lot of new faces, and that is great.
Yeah.
And so I look forward to doing this again. You and I will probably back before Christmas at some point. We'll have our conversation.
Yeah.
So without anything else before I hit the switch.
I'm good. Y'all good?
You're all good. So anyway, take care of yourselves and each other, and especially during this holiday season. I cannot reiterate this enough. For a lot of people, Christmas is stressful for a number of reasons. It's also a very lonely time of year and can be really soul-sucking for many people. If there is somebody like that vulnerable in your midst, please, I know the stressors, family, relatives, food to cook, presents to buy, but you know, that's not really what is at the heart of Christmas at the end of the day. It's about, you know, reminding us that we need to be kinder and to help our fellow man. And that's what I believe in. And that's really what I believe. And that's what it should mean. So if there is somebody in your midst, please find the time, a few hours for them. Go stop in on them. Share a meal, share even a coffee, or just lend a sympathetic ear. It can really make all the difference in that person's world. Really. So I hope you do. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down on the way out the door. If you enjoyed this stream or enjoy my content, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing and hit that little ringy dingy thing down below so you can be notified every time I upload or go live. And like we say, K and CK. Yeah, that's a thing. That should be a slogan, CK and K.
That's actually really cool.
So both of us over and out. Have a great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow.
See y'all later. Bye.
Okay.